It's an impromptu live. Hi, how's everybody doing? Well, I think for now it's just me in here. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. So I thought I'd stop in and do a little live. Please leave me a little comment. Let me know who you are so I can be excited to see you and say hi. So I wanted to give you a little update. Sorry, I still have that cough. Maybe it was the smoke. I don't know. Not smoke, like the smoke from the fires, you know. Um, I've had a very, oh rats, I forgot to cover my face. I've had a very like busy week um, doing my reselling activities, and it's been so far the best month that I've ever had. It's been really good. So I'm happy about that. I want to tell you about that, show you what I got, maybe give you also an update on Gunner. Hi, Halo, how you doing? Nice to see you here. What have you been up to? So, yeah, I'm like typing comments in the chat. I'm hoping some of you show up. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to like start talking about it all before anybody gets here, but I didn't like, usually I'm on here Tuesdays and Thursdays between 7 and 9. That's my plan. Hi, Holly. How are you doing? But honestly, like I couldn't do it. I worked so hard this week. I just worked really, really hard, and it was so physical. I was exhausted. People say you don't go to the gym, and it's like, no, you don't understand, you know. I think I got enough of a workout today just doing all my housework and my thrifting activities and photographing and all these things. So, yeah, I just couldn't. Also, well, actually, I made a video, to be honest. I made a video like days ago, and it was supposed to go up on Tuesday. Sorry, now there's a truck. Hold on, let me close the window. So yeah, I made a video and I was gonna post it on Tuesday, but this is why I don't do these like news video and like current important topics videos anymore, because I honestly don't know what YouTube wants or doesn't want from me. I cannot understand when I'm overstepping the guidelines. I just don't understand, because there's so many times where I posted something that I was sure was okay, but the thing is that YouTube is like a bad boyfriend that doesn't just take what you say at face value. He reads into what you're saying. You ever had a relationship with someone where you say something and they take it like completely different way, and you're like, no, that's not what I said? The kind of person they have to like write down what happened in the argument because they twist your words. Well, that's how I feel about YouTube. I don't say the thing, but they read between the lines. It's like YouTube has some kind of mental disorder, honestly. I think YouTube, the app itself, and the robots that run it are suffering from some kind of mental illness or personality disorder. Hi, Cece. Hey, it's nice to see you guys. Thanks for stopping in. And so it's super nerve-wracking for me. Somebody asked me the other day, they were like, hey, I just stopped in. I used to watch you. Isn't this a truther channel? And it's like, well, I mean, yeah, it was, but, you know, I can't live with that kind of stress that I take. Making videos takes a lot of time. I take so much time to research. I film, I edit, I do all this stuff. And then they're telling me, oh, well, the robot read between the lines and realized that you actually meant this thing that you never said, and we're going to give you a strike. I mean, really, you know, I can't live with that. I was thinking, like, if this was a human being and I was in a relationship with them and this is what they were doing, or if it was my boss, I would quit my job, you know? So that's why last year I said, screw it, I'm retiring. And I don't feel like that means that I've given up. It's just sometimes, you know, it's that whole, like, when God closes a door, he opens a window thing. I felt like the door here for what I had been doing was just closing and closing and closing. And it didn't seem right to be like banging up against this door trying to force it to open. And I just tried to do like, you know, like Bruce Lee, be like water, and just sort of go with the flow. And I was like, you know, I guess this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing anymore. So I decided to just do other stuff. But let me tell you, I feel so much like I love my life now. Like there was a time where I was fighting to try to like make it work here. I was talking about stuff that was going on Like honestly, during the pandemic, I felt like it was worth it because I was here in Quebec and I could tell you what was going on in Quebec, which you wouldn't have known because they wouldn't tell you. So that was worth it. But right now we're in a lull. So what am I going to tell you anyway? I'm going to like browse online and, read something that someone else has put up and just repeat it. During the pandemic, yes. But for right now, I felt like it was okay to like move on to something else because trying to keep that going. Hi Yashi and hi Mr. Deterministic Chaos. Yes, like, I really had the feeling like I'm just banging my head against the wall. I was spending an enormous amount of time in this room, just so much time on my computer that like my shoulders were killing me. And I felt like all I'd been seeing for the last 10 years was the inside of this room. I know it looks like videos are short. They're short for you, but they're not short for the person making them. And to also not be getting paid for it and to be constantly threatened like you're going to get kicked off altogether, that it didn't make any more sense to do it. And it was giving me a lot of stress. And I prayed about it. And I felt like God was telling me, just let it go. I was an OG truther. I had a radio show on American Freedom Radio for 3 years. I mean, I certainly paid my dues. I think I woke up a lot of people. I really have to keep talking about that forever? I mean, I'm not AJ, he has like a huge enterprise with like tons of people and like they got a lot of resources and a lot of staff. I'm just me here giving my 2 cents. And I just didn't feel like it was what I wanted to do anymore. It doesn't mean that I've changed my perspective and I've suddenly gone to the other side. Like, make no mistake, I'm still very much wide awake and I know what's happening. And I think you guys do too. I think at this point with the shadow ban, I would be preaching to the converted. But let me tell you, today I went to the vape shop. And the guys are so cool there, and people come in there and they get their vape juice and they just chat. It's like a hangout. Kind of reminds me of those like old barber shops back in the day where people come in and hang out, So it's like we got the vape shop. People hang out at the vape shop. And it's the only place where I'll go in and I'll hang out for a few minutes and I'll talk to the guys. They're all really cool, Younger than me though, for sure. So I feel like, oh, here comes Auntie, And we were talking today about some things with Quebec, and the kid didn't even know. Like some of it had to do with what happened with the pandemic. I was very happy to tell him what I knew as an insider who had been inside the system as a caregiver during that and who had friends who were inside as nurses. I was very happy to let him know what really happened, and he was absolutely shocked. There was a couple of guys in there, and these guys were like just a few years older than my son, and they were like, really? I never heard this before. And I was like, yeah, because they don't want you to know. I mean, it was in the news and the stuff was out there and the documents were out there, but they just don't really want you to focus on it. And so now they want you to forget about it. But let me tell you, if you bring it up, Auntie Sonia will be more than happy to give you the 411. So yeah, and I also explained to him why we constantly have cones on our roads, because the mafia launders all this money through the construction industry here in Quebec. Because these kids, they don't know. They're like, yeah, I don't understand. Why are the roads so bad here? And as soon as you go to Ontario, they don't have this problem. And I'm like, well, do you really want to know? Because I'll tell you if you want to know. And he was interested. So I felt like, well, I've done my good deed for the day, planted some seeds of awareness. Let's see what you're commenting. Oh, you like my comedy? Thank you. I like doing the comedy. It's fun. But even with that, like seriously, like some of the Anita videos that I had done like back in 2012, 2013, I had to put them on private because I thought, and they weren't that bad, there was one where the social worker ends up smacking her on the butt with the stick, but I mean, there's a context to it. But at the time it was okay. Everybody understood that this was social commentary about how people in power can abuse their standing over people who are looking for help. It was, of course, exaggerated for comedic purposes, but there was a message. And I think at the time, anyone with a basic amount of common sense would understand what I was trying to say here, She wants to get in the methadone program, but he's making her do all kinds of things, and, but I had to like put it on private because I thought, well, I don't know what they're going to say. But it was up for years with no problem. But we're in different times. It's very weird. It's almost like it's gone so far to the other extreme. Gosh, I'm going to tell you about my thrift haul, but like while we're on the subject, thanks, William. This whole Colleen Ballinger thing, it's very much like zeitgeist of the time now, because she's been around this entire time. And like the book, for example, the book that she made has been out for publication for like what, almost 10 years or something. It's been around for a long time. I saw it in the stores like 10 years ago. I was like, oh, that's the Miranda Sings book. Open it up. I was like, that's funny. Yeah, it's silly. It's a bit like Mad Magazine, but very juvenile. And I understood that it's humor for like an older teen or maybe a young adult, but it was like older teen kind of. It's in the kids, apparently in the kids section, but obviously being in the kids section doesn't mean that it's for 5-year-olds. Like there are books in the kids section, like teen novels, where they talk about drugs and teen pregnancy and all kinds of things that are completely inappropriate for a 5-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So I assumed that this book, because it talks about things like periods and various stuff like that, in a kind of like pee-pee caca humor kind of way, in a way that would be totally inappropriate for a small child, absolutely. And yet, like I said, child section in the bookstore goes all the way up to 17, well, I don't remember everything that was in it now, but I think she had a picture of a tampon and like a bunch of stuff, I don't remember the details, but I did see that book. And I remember thinking that I assumed like, yes, it's for teens. And I remember thinking, if I was a teen, the teenage me would have liked that book. That's the kind of silly, ridiculous nonsense that I liked. I would have liked it, I'll be honest with you, as a teenager. At the time, and again, I didn't read the whole book, obviously. I just like looked through it a little bit. I think there were some references in there to like the uncle and like something really untoward, which is inappropriate and like today is completely taboo, because I think there's more awareness about the seriousness of this topic. As a teenager, I don't know how I would have reacted to that. I probably would have laughed it off, to be honest. But I can understand why people are upset. At the time I didn't see it in the book. But the point is, this book came out like 10 years ago, and it was on the shelves, and people were buying it, and nobody said anything. There was no outrage about the book. You would think that the publishing company, first of all, would have said, this is inappropriate, we're not going to publish it. I mean, how stupid could they be? Would they publish a severely inappropriate book and send it into all the bookstores for the entire world to see and discover that they did something so horrible? And where were the protests? Where were the outraged parents? Where were the calls for the book banning? Like literally nobody noticed until now, because the consciousness has changed. 10 years ago, people didn't think it was such a big deal, but there's something has changed in the way that we think, and it's not just with her, it's also on YouTube. So that's why I'm bringing her up, because that book, I saw somebody deconstruct the entire book, and it was kind of weird because the level of outrage that they had about even the really minor things in there was like church lady level. I mean, it was really like, and I cannot believe that showed a picture of a tampon. So inappropriate. What will happen to the minds of our children? But it was about like everything, not just the really weird uncle stuff, but it was like they were looking for everything in that book that could be offensive. And it was like their job was to be as offended as possible. And that's how it is now. I guess they're offended. I mean, I think it's a crappy book, and I don't know why they published it, or they at least should have like reviewed it. But they, at the time, the mentality was so different that even the publishing house would not have said, well, maybe you should take out the references to the uncle because that's so inappropriate. Even at the time, right? And you can imagine in the 90s, it would have been published with no issue. But things have changed. So on YouTube, 10 years ago, I could show Anita's social worker spanking her, but I couldn't do it now. They'd probably take me down for demeaning fetishes, which is not the intention, but that's how it is. Because I'm 52, so I've seen a lot of things, and I can see that clearly we're becoming very, like, more, and it's so weird. I've never seen this before. Like, I remember the whole, what do you call it? Politically correct language that they tried to introduce, like, in the 80s, and we used to laugh it off. Well, vertically challenged, and that sort of died down, but now it's like it came back with a vengeance. And it just extended to everything. It's like the biggest offense now is to offend someone. Like, the worst thing you can do is hurt someone's feelings or offend them, make an inappropriate joke. It's just, I've never seen anything like this before. Let me see. Yeah, YouTube back in the day was Wild West. Oh, you're in your 20s. Oh my gosh, you must have been like 5 when I started my channel. Or maybe 10. Oh, forgot to mute the sounds on my phone. Well, that's kind of cool. So anyway, yeah, like, just to say, it's very stressful, like, trying to be yourself and talk about things you're interested in on a platform that's become like your Victorian aunt, it's quite intense. I mean, I don't really think that that's it. I think that there's this, like, it's kind of like this Orwellian thought police thing where you're not allowed to say certain things, and they'll, like, things that didn't upset people before, now they're extremely offensive. You take a word and, like, or a phrase and create, like, the worst possible scenario out of it. So anyway, that's fine. You certainly can't have, like, a salty sense of humor. I don't know how anybody manages anymore. But anyway, so I decided that I'm going to just do other things and create more, like, community here, and focus more on reselling in terms of, like, earning a living. And the thing about that too is that I'm encouraging you guys also to look at other avenues for, like, extra streams of income, because I've told you before, I haven't had, like, a job in, I don't know, 20 years, but I have. I mean, I am a caregiver, but I haven't had to go to, like, an office or a company or a store or anything like that, in a really, really long time. And I would hate to have to do that. I think it would be horrible for me. And so I'm always trying to find extra ways to make ends meet by having as many side hustles as possible. And one of them that I really enjoy is the reselling. And I know that there's a lot of you out there who could use side hustles too, who could use a little extra cash, and that you also have a lot of stuff lying around, And I know that I used to think, oh no, it's going to be too hard, it's too complicated. But, it can be as hard as you want it to be, because you can work as hard at it or as not hard as you want. You don't have to make it hard. You can just put a little bit of effort and see how that goes. But I'm willing to bet that if you do that and you put in a little bit of basic effort, that you'll be encouraged, and then you'll want to do it more. You'd like to visit lonely ladies part-time hardcore? You know what? There is such a thing as, there's this guy in Japan who makes a living as a person who does nothing. Oh, like a man who does nothing. Literally, that's the title of his job. And what he does is he just comes with you wherever it is that you're going. And he's very quiet. And he just kind of accompanies you. And hi, Bella. Halo? No, I don't have a Twitter. For my mental health, I didn't open any more social media accounts. So yeah, hardcore. You could, like, rent yourself out as a man who does nothing. I'm not sure if that was exactly the title. What's this? CC it while you comment. Hold on a second. Okay, CC says, I used to sell online, but now we have to claim if you make even $200, so that makes me not want to. Well, look, I claim everything anyway. So I claim all my YouTube income and everything. So no problem. I keep track of what I earn. I mean, yeah, I could see how, like, if you're selling things where there's no actual profit in it for you, like, if you're just selling something that you bought for 40 and you're selling it for 20 and you're shipping it, but you can claim your expenses, you know? So if you paid more for it, yes, you have to do some accounting. Yeah, it's true. You're not paying taxes. Well, okay. I can't, you know, with Twitter, seriously. You know what? Like, the thing is, I think that there was this time like 10 or 15 years ago where we were like waking up and we were realizing about what was going on. At this point, we were fully aware of it. And some of our worst fears actually came true, and it was very accurate. Our predictions were very accurate. And I think a lot of us know about what's coming, but my experience is it goes like this, and then there's a lull, and then there's like this, and there's a lull. And I've said this before, we're in a lull right now, and I'm going to make good use of it. I'm not going to sit here in the lull looking for what's the next disaster around the corner. We already know what the next disaster is. We pretty much can know what to expect. I think a lot of us know what kind of infrastructure has to be in place for it to happen. And I'm not going to sit here anticipating it and build my whole life around it. I'm going to live the best life that I can right now. And I mean, like, if something starts happening, I'll let you know. But there's a lot of like alarm for nothing online also. You know, like there's this Crimean Congo fever. And they say, oh no, like that's the next thing and it's going to be a pandemic. They're trying to scare you because, oh, like what if it gets into ticks? That thing has been around for like forever. That disease has been there the entire time. Even with modern travel, which we've had for what, like more than half a century, much more. This Crimean Congo fever has always been there, and it is it's very rare. It's very deadly, but it's very rare. It's like the thing with Ebola. Yeah, it's deadly, but it's not that easy to catch it with basic hygiene, and it's quite rare. And remember their 3-day lockdown? Like, talk about test driving a lockdown. It only was 3 days for Ebola, and it was 2 years for COVID. You know, imagine that. There's a phone ringing, which I don't want to answer right now. I can't answer it, but it's very distracting. So, sorry, I'm not being very professional right now. I'm letting the phone distract me. Shut up! Oh, please tell me it's done. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off. And make sure to turn that phone off. Hold on a second. The sound of the phone is just so annoying. Just wanted to stop. All right. So, yeah, so this particular disease, it's been around forever, and so far it has never become widespread because of the kind of disease it is. It's not that easy to spread. And they're saying, because I think it has to, I mean, I'm not 100%, but apparently, like, you get it through like an insect bite or something. So they're saying it could spread to ticks. Now, if it did, that would be horrible. But that would mean that someone who has it would have to get bitten by a tick, and that tick would have to go back in the wild and bite some other animals who become infected, and then another tick would take that blood from that animal and get like infect a bunch of ticks would, let's say it gets, person gets it, goes to the US, gets bitten by a tick, just so happens, tick goes back out in the wild, person dies of Crimean Congo fever, tick infects a deer, a whole bunch of other ticks bite that deer, they're all infected, and then it'll spread, you know. But I mean, for that to happen, you'd have to go to like where it happens, pick that up, come back, and while infected, while sick with this horrible disease, somehow make it at least into your backyard and get bitten by a tick. Like, I mean, you know, people do get bitten by a tick, but I mean, the chance of getting Crimean Congo fever and getting bitten by a tick, like at the same time, to me, it doesn't really seem like something we really have to worry about. Yeah, it's highly unlikely, right? And that seems to be the only way, unless it gets into ticks where it is, and then the ticks like migrate north to Europe, And then they have it in Europe in the ticks. I mean, seriously, if it gets into ticks, it would be horrible. Well, I might be leaving something out here, but from what I understand, they're saying, oh, it could get into ticks, right? They have ticks in Europe, and they do have Lyme disease in Europe, but lots of people have Lyme disease and they carry it around. And if they get bitten in Europe with the tick, it goes into the tick population in Europe. So, it's not only in America that people have Lyme, but something like this, like you could have Lyme and like kind of walking around with it, not realizing, like you could be chronic or something. But something like this, if you had it, you'd know. And you probably wouldn't be out in nature. You'd probably be in a bed trying to survive. So it seems unlikely. The only way, okay, that I could see, oh my gosh, now I have to be careful what I say, because if this ends up happening, they're going to come back and watch this live and take it down for misinformation. Let's say that there was like an experiment that, let's say some evil people did an experiment and they like infected ticks with it. I'm not saying that this is happening. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But let's say some like evil person grabs a bunch of ticks and jacks them up with Crimean Congo fever and releases them into the wild. Then yeah, it's going to be in ticks. But I'm not saying that that's happening. So YouTube, don't take this video down if it does. But let's just say, I don't think it would happen by accident. I mean, not very likely. Hi, Armor of God. Hi, Zello. Hi, Shannon. Nice to see you. Sorry, I keep having this cough. I had this at the same time last year. Don't worry. And it's not from the vape. It's some kind of like allergy or asthma thing. I don't know. But I just keep having these like spasms. You know what? Speaking of that, that just reminds me. Let me see if I still have my inhaler, because I literally don't even know where it is. And I'm afraid I'm going to have an asthma attack one day. I won't be able to breathe. Hold on. It used to be here. If it's not here, it means I have to look for it. Oh, yeah, it is here. Okay. Okay, just checking. Just checking, just in case. But yeah, like it's been like a year since the last time this happened. Oh, hot. And I don't have COVID that I know of. What is this? Every time you get out, you get COVID. I had this when we went to Quebec during the pandemic. I don't know if you guys remember. We went to Quebec City for vacation, and I got sick, and I blamed the air conditioner, and my breathing was so bad. I had such spasms. It was so horrible. I was so winded. Hey, Robin! Good to see you. We have lots to talk about. Don't go anywhere. But yeah, I was so winded, and I was having so much of this problem. I thought my lungs were shot, and I thought for sure it was COVID. I got tested, and it wasn't even COVID. It wasn't. And then I ended up getting that inhaler, but I mean, it was unbelievable. I ended up smoking mullein too. That's something I do sometimes, or make a tea with it. But anyway, yeah. So I do remember that was in 2021. And it was really bad, and it wasn't COVID. And last year also, I tested negative. When I had the COVID, it wasn't like that. There's lots of things that can trigger it. What cupboard? This cupboard? Huge? Oh yeah, you want to see me go up to it so you can see how big it is? Well, it's pretty big. It's not just a little tiny cupboard. Did I see the tornado hit Pfizer in North Carolina? No. Oh boy. Oops. Too bad. I wonder what, like, did the tornado like suck up all their COVID shots and flying all over the world? Maybe that would be a bad thing, actually. You made Posh Ambassador today? Why now? I thought you would have been ambassador before. Well, congratulations, first of all. That's awesome. But I'm surprised that it's only now, because you've had a ton of sales, like an absolute slew. Robin, you're my idol. I look up to you. I look at Robin's page. I'm like, what's she doing? Because she seems to be doing it right. Oh, I love you too, Halo. Thank you. You like my jeans? Thrifted, man. These are, I love these shoes. I always wore Doc Martens shoes, like the flat ones before, but I keep getting holes in the toes. And then I said, okay, I'm going to try these. I think Vans, right? No, Converse, sorry. I'm going to try Converse for a change. I was always like, I don't like that whole thing with the white toe. It looks so goofy. I tried. Now I'm sold. Now I'm going to be like a Converse loyalist for a long time. They're really good. And I got them at the thrift store. So now I keep my eye out for more of those because I like them. When I get Twitter, probably not gonna. You couldn't get the 5,000 community shares. Yeah, well, it takes a long time to do the shares. It's kind of a pain. And I watch a lot of resellers. Like, it's like I'm taking a class in it, you know? So I watch a lot of successful resellers, and a lot of them that do Poshmark say don't share other people's stuff. It's pointless. That's what they say. They say because, like you told me, Robin, when we share our stuff, it makes it go up in the algorithm. And I knew that, but I didn't know that there was a little tools icon on my store page that I could use to bulk share my store. So I was like this, sharing my items one at a time, driving Aaron crazy. He thought I had like a mental disorder where I couldn't get off my phone. I was like, no, it's because I'm trying to make ambassador. And I literally shared those 5,000 shares one at a time. Well, I mean, you have to share your closet 5,000 and other people. So the other people you have to do one at a time. But I figure, you know, if you do 25 a day, it's about 1,000 a month. You can do 25 shares a day. And so like within a few months, you'll have your 5,000 shares. But I wanted to get it done quickly. So I shared a lot. Oh, sorry guys. I'm so tired. So, yeah, that's great. But I mean, you have an insane amount of sales. So now you have to get to 20,000 shares. Then you'll be second level Poshmark ambassador. I'm aiming for that also once I have 50 sales. But I'm getting there. So I wanted to say thank you to you, Robin, because I started bulk sharing my own closet, and it does move me up in the algorithm. And I also learned that it's very important to list every day. If you kind of slack off, like before I would list, you know, 10 or 12 items in one day and then nothing for 2 or 3, but it's better if you just list consistently. Apparently the algorithm sees that and sees you as being like a very active store. And if you have listings that have been sold in 90 days and you can use them you just make a copy listing and you delete your old one and just relist it, and that is like a freebie new listing without you having to find a new item and take photos. So you relist your old items, list every day, and I've been told list the same amount. You're using Posh Sidekick? Really? I've been like skeptical about, like, a lot of people use Posh VA or Posh Sidekick, but you have like 600 listings, I think. I still just have like 350. And a lot of them are sold or not. Because I either sold them on Poshmark or I sold them on Marketplace. So like not all of them are active. I think I maybe have like 250 active listings. Well, that's interesting that it's working well. Tell me more about how it's working for you and what you're finding. But since you gave me that tip about sharing my closet, man, last month, I think I had like 5 sales in the entire month. I think it was 5. It wasn't very much. It's like 1 sale a week. And there were months, like I think February I didn't list much. Of course, I didn't know to bulk share my stuff, so I didn't share very much. I shared a lot of other people's stuff. And oh, that's great. 3 sales in 2 days. Anyway, all that. This month I had 11 so far. For me, it's a lot. It's like 1 sale every other day. I've had some days where I had 2 sales in the same day, which was exciting. And actually this last week I had a sale like almost every day. Or I had like 3 days in a row where I had 1, and then I think I had a day I didn't have one. I had one where I did, and today I didn't have one. And I've taken your advice to raise the price, because let's say I find an item for $10 and I list it for 30, and then like you said, psychologically, I guess people prefer when they get a discount. So I started at 30, and then, people will like it, right? And then to get them to come back and think about it again, you give them an offer. But you have to keep lowering the price more and more. But once you get to $20 and below, they're taking $4 off automatically, plus you're giving a $4 shipping discount. So if the price of the item is 20, the most that I can come out with is 12. So if I bought a bag for $10 and I sell it for $20 with a shipping discount, I made $2. So it's too low. Like, I can't even do it, So I took your advice, but I don't want to price it too high either. And people will be like, well, am I gonna buy it for that price? Shares your closet, sends offers, and automates everything. 7,000 times a day. $40 a month. That's the thing. Like, if you're making enough that's worth it, then I guess, yeah, like if you have a lot of listings. But I mean, I made $300 on Poshmark this month so far. And the good thing about it was, or maybe it was a bit more than that, maybe like 325 or something. It was a little more than 300. For me, that was really good. And the thing was, a lot of the listings that I sold were old things. They were things that I already had. So they weren't even things that I had to spend money on. So that was good. But I mean, for 250 active listings, I don't know if it's worth it. I'll look into it, But I sold a lot offline. You guys, I made like about $800 this month. And what I sold, not on Poshmark, but on Marketplace, it was like all profit, almost, kind of. Because some of it was stuff that I had salvaged, garbage picker here, and fixed because it was good. I like this giant wicker laundry basket that I showed you. It just needed a little help with a glue gun and a steam cleaner. And so I sold that one. And also, like I told you, somebody had come to my place for one listing and they ended up buying several things for me here. What? The first day you got a full price offer? Really? Okay, well, interesting. We should like talk on the email sometime. Because the thing is, like, I hear about these apps, but I'm like, I don't know, is it really worth it? It's just gonna, like, you sign up and then you can't get out of it and they just keep billing you. And I've had so many things with recurrent billing where I ended up just spending a fortune on it and I didn't even use it after a while. So I'm very, like, wary of signing up for stuff, and so there's Posher VA, and yours is, what's it called? I have to look up what you called it. It's the other one that I've heard of before. I'm looking for where you named it. Posh Sidekick. Well, they say you really have to use one of these apps or you're at a total disadvantage. So it's possible. And me with like new technology, it's like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? Well, Robin, if you don't mind, maybe I could email you. Maybe we could talk about it because I don't know. I'm learning, but I'm learning very slowly because I don't have anybody like directly mentoring me. So I'm learning from people online, but I feel like it's such a learning curve for me. Oh, you're still in a free trial. Oh, okay. So I didn't make it to the church sale this week, Robin. I missed it. It's like, I know it's on Thursdays and I know it's Thursday, but I didn't put the two together again. But the thrift store here, the good one, well, the one where I find like really great brands, they've been having a 25% off. So you bring in your old junk, and you get 25% off. So if I could bring in a dress that I probably can't even sell, and I can trade that for, like, if I buy $100 worth of stuff, I pay $75. So it's kind of like I traded my dress for $25, So for me, it's worth it. So I've been spending a lot of time there. I've been going there like every week to refresh the closet. And I discovered that, yeah, like I've mentioned this before, those thrift stores, they know certain brands, but they don't know all of them, and they only know the ones that everybody knows. So you find like the best stuff and it's not even marked up. Like it's ridiculous, you know. Like the Zara is marked up, but like the Aritzia like sub brands and stuff like that are not. I don't know why they don't know. You'd think they would. I wanted to show you what I bought, and I did buy some glass and wood for the first time in ages. But yeah, like offline, I sold a whole lot of clothes, like maybe like $300 worth of clothes at least. No, I don't know. Yeah, like I sold like $300 worth of clothes. Yeah, Value Village, yeah, they do. And this place gives you 20% also, but now they're giving you 25. So it's like an extra 5%. So I was like, might as well do it now. Get the 5% extra, you know? Yeah, and they always give that at Salvation Army. Well, I'll tell you which ones are my favorite stores. But yeah, like I think I sold like $300 worth of stuff or 350 like on Marketplace. Wait, no, and like privately. And I sold some necklaces, which was really great because I made almost 150 bucks off the necklaces. Plus, I got an order to make one, like made to order, so should be okay. What was my profit on sales? I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I'd have to think about what did I sell. Um, like I say, a lot of the stuff that I sold was, yeah, $1 to $3. That's amazing, Robin. No, I still paying like the dresses are $10 to $12 at the thrift store, but with the 25% off, they're like $7.50 to $9. But they're really good brands, you know. Like I showed you, I got like Lululemon limited edition and like brand new Urban Outfitters jackets for like really low prices. So it's kind of worth it, I think. But the next thing I got to do is like, yes, the church sale and the bins. I got to stop going to the full price thrift store. And I realize now how, and I've said this many times, that this whole myth of like the resellers are driving up the cost is complete nonsense, because they raise their prices in the thrift store. Nobody buys it, not even the resellers. It ends up at the bins and the resellers pick it up from there for $1. And the reason that they can raise the price online is because there's a wider audience. You know, you cast a wide net, you catch more fish, because there's somebody out there who wants that dress, but the chance they're going to walk into that particular store is pretty low. So this is just a complete myth. And a lot of stuff ends up at the bins because of it. And the bins meaning like the outlet or whatever, you know? You salvaged a boat. That's amazing. They closed all the stores that had bins. That's shitty. I mean, that just sucks. I wonder why. Because that's the last stop before they send it to Africa, and those people also try to resell it, and if they can't do it, then it goes in the landfill. But apparently there's like a huge thrifting business in Africa. I mean, Africa's a big place, but African countries. Church sale. I wonder if our church sale would be that cheap though. But wait, where's St. Thomas? Where's that church? I looked online and it was like, I had such a hard time finding a place where they have them. It's like, that was an insane amount of time that I spent online. Like I looked everywhere. I think if you found a church that does a sale every week and they do that, you're set. But without that, it's like, you know, digging around at the thrift store. Pineapple juice. Shannon is changing the topic. Pineapple juice helped her with anxiety and insomnia. Oh, for the breathing thing? Oh. Wait, what is NPG? NDG? Was that a typo? No, it couldn't be a typo. I don't know what NPG is. Salut, oh oh. Ça va bien, merci. Toi? Okay, so let's see. Where are we? Yeah, I can't wait to go to the bins. No, don't worry. I've had this like forever. this, it's not like a shortness of breath. It's like spasms. It's like my lungs are going like, and it just goes on and on. Remember when I got depressed and I said I probably got a virus? I probably did, and that's what made me depressed. But I had no other symptoms except that afterwards it did this, you know. But Robin, you said it was in Montreal, St. Thomas. It says NPG. Well, there's no NPG. There's NDG, which is great because it's really not that far from me. Anyway, I want to show you my thrift haul. Oh my God, what are these glasses called? Okay, look. There's this. This is the first glass that I've bought in months. And they were made in the 50s. Like, apparently this line, it started all the way in the Depression. But I think Swanky Swish or Swanky Swigs, that's what it was. It's called Swanky Swigs. It doesn't say who it's by. I think it's Libby, though. And I saw them and I just made a beeline for them. And it cost me $12 for 4 of them. Well, actually, maybe I had a... Did I have a coupon? Maybe it was 10, you know, with the coupon. No, I can't work as a translator because I've got too much on my plate. Yeah, if I lived in a different province, I don't know. Clothesline. Let me write that down. I don't want to forget that one. Clothesline. Okay, I'm thinking, wait a minute. Yeah, but it could be one of those church sales where it's like total garbage, because I know that there's this church called River's Edge, and they have like a clothing thing, but it's like just really shabby stuff that people dump, and it's like for, you know, single mothers and like really poor people and stuff like that. You don't like go in there and buy all their inventory. Then again, I kind of don't look super posh, so maybe I could sneak in. Maybe they'd sell to me. I am a single mother. It's true. Like truly a charity thing. Because some of the other ones, like, yeah, it's a charity, but you don't have to be a charity case to go there. But I think, okay, anyway, I'll look into it. Clothesline St. Thomas. All right, I'm going to check. Oh, no, it's fine, Shannon. Yeah, no, thank you. Oh, no, like, don't worry about it. No, it's fine. Yeah, thanks for trying to help. I'm not trying to be rude. I appreciate that you're trying to help. I'm just saying, like, I've had this forever, and it's like these little spasms. Sorry. Oh, it's so hot in here. Oh my God, what am I wearing? Can I take this off? Permission to take my shirt off, please. Okay, here comes the OnlyFans part. I'm too hot, but I'm always wearing a tank top under. I always have layers, so it's okay. Also, the bad camera angle. What's your town, Robin? I'll come and thrift. I'll come thrift with you. I'd love to meet you. What town are you in? I'll write it down. I'm guessing like you're well into Ontario. You're not like right on the border. I'm going to spend like $200 in gas to get like $25 worth of clothes. Well, I do have a friend who lives in Hawkesbury, and I've been meaning to come and see her, so. Okay, waiting for your answer. So yeah, I got these. These are super cute. They were very special, so they're probably 1950s based on the style. Although they could be like a later repro. Let me check, because actually the silk screen is pretty thick on it, so I think it could be like old. Yeah, it's a pretty thick silk screen, but you never know. Sometimes they like reissue things in the 80s, because that's usually how I can tell like how old it is. But it's immaculate. Like there's nothing scratched whatsoever. St. Thomas is... Oh my God, Zoe, thank you so much. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. You guys are the best. Okay. Anglican. I'm going to write that down right now because that's what I'm looking for. The address. Thank you. I would be screwed without you. 4810 Rosedale. Corner Summerled. Yas. Excellent. That's what I need. Household good. Excellent. Okay, good. Because yeah, the thrift stores are a little pricey. That's great, Zoe. Thank you so much, and thank you, Robin, for figuring that out for me. That's gonna help a lot. I'll go and I'll let you know what I found. So yes, the glasses. Let me know what you think. They're going in my collection, which I have not listed the glass and the ceramics, like the really good ones, because I don't want to put them on Poshmark because it's like a big swap meet. People are looking for really good like deals, which is cool with clothing, but with like really vintage glass and ceramics and stuff like that, I just I want to use that to open on another platform because I have a lot of jewelry too, which I've never listed. I don't want to list it on Poshmark. The good thing with Poshmark is oh yeah, Shannon's been browsing my store. I know, if you want something, like let me know. You can message me. But and don't worry, I'm always looking for new stuff. And if you like my style, then you're gonna like my new stuff too. So don't worry. So what was I saying? Yeah, like the thing with Poshmark is like if something goes wrong, like it's impossible for people to screw you on Poshmark. As far as I can understand, this happens on eBay where they'll get the item and then they'll say they didn't get it or it was broken, and they'll do like this whole thing and they'll complain to eBay, and then you'll get screwed. And I've heard of this happening on Etsy. And another thing on Etsy is people can leave you bad reviews. Like they can even like leave tons of comments. But I don't see that happening on Poshmark. They can only leave a review if they've actually bought something. And I think it's only when they give you a good rating, they can leave a love note. If they give you a bad rating, it goes into your ratings, but they cannot like publicly say bad things about you on your page. So that I think that helps, you know, because I know someone who started on Etsy and someone didn't like something and started really spamming her page with like a lot of bad comments. Oh yeah, Shannon, like just open an account and just take a few pictures and throw it up there and just get started. And you can always learn more as you go. It's very easy. And when you sell something, they just give you a shipping label, you print it, you just put it on, like you don't have to do anything. You just drop it off at the post office. You don't have to figure anything out. Remember the doctor who had the spastic frog on his neck? You mean Albert Bourla? How he would come on TV and oh yeah, it's Albert Bourla. What? Do I have the frog now? Uh-oh. Oh no, that's because my thyroid is so swollen. Oh no, I've got the frog neck. Sorry guys, I can't do anything about that. My thyroid is like huge. So anyway, okay, what was I looking for? Yeah, I want to show you the other two things. I've become very selective, okay? And I'm not picking up any old junk now. I hope you're still here, Robin. Look what I found. 1974 Raggedy Ann thermos. You guys know I'm a thermos nerd. How cute is that? 74. I've never seen one with like nice designs, but it's not really a thermos. It's Aladdin, but it's pretty cool, huh? First time I've seen anything like that. So I had to grab it. And I had a special coupon, so I got a discount. Pretty cool, eh? You like that one, Cece? I was like, oh my God. Wow. And there's not a lot of them out there right now. Like you look this up and you won't find a lot of them. So I figured it's a good investment. I could, it smells kind of weird. It smells like somebody's basement. It's got one of those like chemical smells where you just want to keep smelling it. What's up with that? Let me see. Does it have its integrity? I think so. I think it's okay. Anyway, it's like a collector's item. Yeah, it's rare. It was a real score. I was like, oh my God. So there's that. And they're like on a farm with a cow. What's she carrying? A lunchbox? Oh no, like a milking pail. Yeah, it's glass inside. Yeah. So that was cool. And of course those little glasses I showed you, Swanky Swigs. It wasn't musty. It was smelled like a chemical, like it had been cleaned with something. Or like mothballs, maybe. Okay, this thing was really like, oh my god, look what I found. And I haven't picked up teak in a long time. But this is really amazing. It's like a divided mid-century teak tray. If you look up like what these sell for online, it's like 85 bucks, you know, like these are expensive. And this one is heavy. It's really solid. It's beautiful and it's in really good condition. Like I've seen them online selling and they're all scratched up. And this one, it's like perfect. This stuff reminds me of my parents because my dad had all this teak from in the 50s. When they got married, he had all this teak furniture and teak things. So it kind of reminds me of like my dad and stuff. But I just like the look of it too. But this one is really immaculate. Pretty cool, eh? Yeah. And then underneath it says Genuine Teak Thailand. So it still has the original sticker on it. A set of plates. Yeah, I have other teak that goes with it. I have a giant salad bowl, which is right there, which I use. And I have these little wooden salad bowls. I have like 6 of them. How many do I have? I have a lot. Like this. Like these. And I kind of refinished them. Some of them I had inherited from my parents. I had 3. Wait, I'm thinking like, no, there were like 2 styles. Well, anyway, I had inherited like 3 or 4. And then I liked them so much. Like when I found them, I like refinished them. Like I waxed them and stuff to make them look nice. They smell good. So I have a whole bunch of those. And then the salad bowl, it's over there. I could show it to you. Ow. Wait, is it teak or is it mahogany? It could be mahogany. It has a crack, but it's like a crack that was there when the, you know, from the tree. It's not like a broken crack. It doesn't say anything underneath. I'm not sure that this is teak. I think it might be mahogany. The grain is different. Well, anyway, I'm not sure. But anyway, there's my salad bowl. And then I actually also have a really large maple bowl. That's a Canadian Baribo craft bowl. Yeah, I like wood, you know, like this stuff is super cool. And it's got those vibes. So sometimes we'll do like a retro dinner and we'll have our salad in a bowl like that. And we'll have, you know, little salad bowls. So I'm not looking to sell this part. And if I did, I wouldn't sell it on Marketplace. I get nothing for it. I'm not ready to sell it. Oh, it has like what's this? Like a flaw. I never even noticed. I don't know if that matters. I never noticed that before, but it kind of looks like it was like that from the beginning. But anyway, but this thing, this was like really an amazing find. And so this and this, this was $10 and this was $12. And that's a lot, honestly, for a tray in a thrift store, even though it's a really high quality tray, is like a surprisingly high amount. Usually I've never seen a tray for that price, like maybe $5, you know, like, but I mean, it is worth a lot of money. I understand why it's $12, but it's kind of high. But I also found this. So I grabbed this as well. Because I found this bracelet at that same store and I loved it so much. They sell them on Amazon for like $40. And it's like, you know, the Guatemalan style with this kind of closure. With the turquoise and brown beads and the little Aurora Borealis faceted beads. And I thought, oh, I love this bracelet so much. I wear it every day. And then I found this one, and I think it's probably the same person that donated it. I'm afraid to put it on. I won't be able to get it off. Let me try. Wait, take my glasses off. so you guys can see. I cannot do this with my left hand. That's why I wear everything on my left arm. Oh, I think I got it. Anyway, this one was cool. Look, it's like super boho cuff bracelet with tons of amethyst in it. So that was a score, right? You know, I have this thing though, like I'm really hypersensitive on the right side of my body. It's like the left side of me is normal, like anyone, and the right side is so hypersensitive. It's like I say my right side is autistic and the left side is normal. I can't even have a bracelet on this arm. Like I can't have anything. I can't even wear a watch on the right hand. I can't even, like, when I'm walking with someone, they have to walk on my left side. I can't even handle like hearing them talking to me on the side or like bumping into me lightly. I can't hold my son's hand with my right hand. My right side is like completely different than my left. Tell me if you've ever heard of that before. I've never known anyone who was that hypersensitive on just one side, but I'm grateful that it's only one side. Imagine if it was both. You too? What, you're like that too, Cece? Never heard of this before. So then I have to pile all my bracelets on one arm because I can't do it on the right. What am I going to do? I'm not left-handed. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Look at that. Like super stacked. Oh my gosh, it looks kind of good actually. No, I'm not left-handed. I'm a little bit ambidextrous, but not like fully left-handed. No, I'm not left-handed. I'm right-handed, but I can do a lot of things with my left hand, and I say that it's because I play piano, maybe. But I'm just hypersensitive on the right side. Oh, you too, Cheryl. Okay, so it's not just me. Are you guys autistic too, or no? It's interesting. I'm glad I brought it up because I've always wondered. Because I'll end up with like 10 bracelets here and nothing on this side. Oh, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you, like I brought it up. I'm so glad you told me. Oh, you can't do it on either side, Robin. Oh, hey, Cheryl. Oh, you know, yeah, from back then making colloidal silver, but it's good stuff. That's cool. I'm glad you found me. I'm glad you're here too. Oh, you're a dyslexic artist? Okay. Yeah, the colloidal silver is good. It's great for like killing mold and smells. And honestly, I've even sprayed it on my man, Aaron. Because like, you know, when you get the BO, like you just spray a little bit under the arms. It works great. It's great for the feet too. Like when Gunnar doesn't wash his feet, if it gets out of control, I just spray him with colloidal silver. It really does work. But you don't want to like spray it on your skin and then expose it to the sun. But if it's like, it's under the shirt or whatever, it's fine, you know? You got 2 clocks, one a grandfather clock for $50, worth $5,000. Good heavens. And a walk-in cedar sauna. Whoa. And a fancy china set. Where'd you find all that stuff? That's impressive. That's like super cheap prices. I gotta put my bowl away. Just looking at your comments. You saved a lot of people. Oh, thank you. Well, I hope so. I don't know. I hope to put something good out in the world. Oh, a left-handed cartwheel. Yeah, me too. I could only go to the left. I don't know what does that mean? Well, I could do it on the right, but it feels like super awkward. Okay, I gotta put this bowl away before I like have a mess pile up. Sorry, guys. I love this tray so much. I don't want to just like give it away for $20. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. Oops. Like a lot of time goes into like finding the things too. So, you know, if you find something for, let's say you go to the thrift store and you find things for $10 and you sell them for 15, it's like, wow, you just spent 4 hours in the thrift store and spent your $20 on gas that week for thrifting. And then, you know, that's why you have to mark it up. It's like you're just providing a service of like, what do you call it? Curating, you know, but you can't just like sell it for like $5 more or you're going to be screwed. But I wanted to show you my finds from this week. from the Recycle Center. Really, I didn't know Recycle Center sells things. That's interesting. Guitars. Joey, I've never heard such a thing. Like people buy guitars? I'm selling on Poshmark, but Cheryl, are you in Canada? You can look at my store and see what I have here. I'll give you the link. But you can't buy on Poshmark from me unless you're in Canada. But there are people who somehow open a US Poshmark account even though they live in Canada. I don't know how they do it. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Shannon. I don't know how they do it, but there's this one. Her name is Tabs. She's on here. Urban Goddess is her store, The Urban Goddess, and she is Canadian, but she somehow sells Poshmark US, but she sells a lot of stuff. But how? I don't know. I don't know. Like, what about the shipping labels? I don't get it. I don't know how they do that. I don't know. Mysterious. I think that, like, if you give yourself, like, you say that you're in the US and you give a US address, then you can sell, like, you can have a US store. But then when it comes to the shipping, I guess what you can do is free shipping. I guess you could put free shipping on everything, and they'll give a label, and then you'll just take that address and pay the difference. Oh, the Every Closet. Oh my gosh, thanks. I'm trying to figure out here. Oh, really? Okay, great. Awesome. I found a lady who's a very, like, OG reseller. And, you know, there's a lot of these gorgeous young women that do videos, and they have, like, perfect homes and everything's clean. And they have their, like, their nice clean little office where they have, like, all the racks and, like, a nice clean table and everything's all perfect. It's not like this, you know, like all cluttered. And they're like, ship with me, and these, like, hundreds of orders that they're shipping. Well, this woman is not like that. She's just kind of like, I guess I relate to her a bit more. She's like, she's a mom, she's middle-aged. Her house is not all, like, perfect and white, you know. But she's got a lot of really good advice, and she's been selling for, like, 20-something years, and she's really knowledgeable about eBay. And I started watching her channel, and, like, nobody watches her channel, I guess because it doesn't have, like, the glam glitz, you know, to it. But she's got a lot of very good information. She, like, takes you sourcing, and she, like, talks about different things too, about how she does eBay, and she's been doing it a really long time. So I was actually gonna email her and ask her, like, if she'd want to, maybe, because they do it. YouTube doesn't make any sense. They hate me. They've shadow banned me, like, lock my like count. I don't make any money, and yet I've been approved for the beta testing for Go Live Together, so I can invite someone. Actually, Robin, maybe you could come on here live with me sometime. But yeah, I was thinking I'd like to invite her to come on here and, like, talk about reselling, you know. I'll see if she'll respond. I'd like to get you on here too, Robin, if you want to. So, oh, hey, Jody. Nice to see you. I'm so tired today. The Every Closet. Okay, so that's for US. Because, I mean, there's 10 times more people in the US. Mr. Deterministic Chaos. What? Oh, recycling keyboards. Oh, yeah, well, I can't deal with, like, items that take up a lot of space. Oh, you would, Robin? Okay, that'd be cool. We should talk about it. Talk about thrifting and stuff. I think my friends think I'm obsessed, but you know what? It's really weird, like, the massive switch, because before it was like I was talking about news all the time, but it's just because I was on a trip about that. I mean, I really did care, but, like, I explained at the beginning of the video that all the signs from the universe were pointing to, like, I need to go in a different direction. And then I discovered this other passion of mine, which is the vintage and the thrifting and the reselling. And now I'm, like, totally as obsessed with this as I ever was with anything that had to do with news or any epidemics or anything. It's, like, all day long. Like, that's all I think about. That's all I talk about. Jana says it's much better because when I'm with her, she says all you ever talk about now is clothes. It's because that's literally all I have in my head. I guess that's the Aspie in me. There's no room for anything else. I mean, I do other things too, but this, like, I mean, I do my housekeeping and I do some other stuff and spiritual stuff, but yeah, as far as topics of conversation, and the person I considered my thrifting buddy, Isabel, I got really bad news that she doesn't want to go thrifting anymore. And I was like, well, shit, what are we going to talk about? Because now every time I talk about what I found or what I sold or whatever, she's like, she starts explaining why she doesn't sell anymore. And it's like, yeah, no, I get that, but like, this is all that I have going on in my head. So like, what are we going to talk about now? But like, the thing with the obsession with me is it's not, I mean, it's focused. It's just, I'm extremely, like, and I've always been like that. When I'm on something, I'm like extremely focused. Like when I was in school, I was an A student. I'm just so focused because I have a goal and I'm going to, like, nothing is going to derail me. Everything else is like, what do you call it? Like, not priority. I mean, yes, like there's some things that have to be priority, but I'm just very focused. But I think it's kind of good. Like if you want to be in business or you want to accomplish something, you have to be focused. So I have like this like zeroed in focus, but to the point where it's like, that's all I care about. Like that's all it's not because I love clothes so much. It's because I need to earn a living because, well, for one thing, my child support that I get from the government is going to be cut off in 2 years. So I better do something. And I decided this is what I want to do because this is where my passion is. So rather than go, oh, well, it's like very competitive and it's very difficult and oh my God, I figure, well, if somebody else can do it, why can't I do it? So I have to give it absolutely my best shot. And yeah, just do the best I can. But I feel like maybe because of my issues, like my disability, my learning curve is very slow. It's like that with everything. And I do tend to like get exhausted and burn out easily. But I do take breaks, like I'll watch videos, sometimes reselling videos, but I'll watch other. Lately, what I like to watch is the old movies. Like I was watching Stepford Wives before, and like old movies with Cheryl Ladd and like after school specials. Sometimes they're funny, like just to relax, because you have to like let it go and like really. But when I'm, and I'm cleaning a lot, I'm still doing all that hand washing laundry, and I just make myself a list in the day of like everything in the morning of everything I have to get that done that day, and I just like one task after the other. And every minute that I have spare, I just work on the reselling business. But it's rewarding. Like this month, it went really well. I have to build it up to the point where I can have like a certain amount of income from it per month. Like I need to earn about $1,000 a month because I won't be getting the child support. Oh yeah, one last thing on the subject of that. Where did my son go? I think he went downstairs. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I think it's gonna work. I feel like it's blessed. Like there was a time where YouTube was blessed for me and it was easy. It's like I just come on here and I talk about what was on my mind and it went really easily and smoothly. And then it just became like really grueling and horrible. And with this, I feel like it's blessed because I keep having good luck. It keeps working and I just keep enjoying it. And this is what I was saying before, like since I started doing this, I just feel like I love my life so much. Because before, when I was like slogging away trying to make news videos, I don't want to say I hated my life, but I really felt like it was a grind. Like it sucked. I was miserable. I was like resentful that I didn't get paid and that they shadow banned me and that I was working so hard and I was coming out with $50 a month, literally like busting my ass. I would make videos and I get like $50 for the entire month. Thanks to you guys on Patreon, because without you, I wouldn't have even bothered. I was really only just keeping on doing it because I was getting donations. Because otherwise, like, what am I doing it for? Just to like make myself super old and run myself into the ground? But since I started doing this, I feel like excited about life. I feel like excited to be looking for things and learning all the time and having like a business venture. And I just so happy all the time. Like when I went out to deliver the item and I just felt like, wow, it's such a beautiful day and I'm taking this drive. And yeah, I'm only making $25, but I really had a good time. So I figure it's blessed. Oh, you broke your arm? And it became sensitive. Yeah, like when you have surgeries and stuff or break things, it'll do that. Well, Cece, I'm happy doing it. I feel like, you know what they say, like do what you love and the rest will come. I think sometimes you have to just take a gamble and really do what you love, but like put everything into it. I have to pace myself though. I can't be like obsessive about it. But I discovered that I can make draft listings, so I can like quietly work on my drafts for like a couple days or weeks until I get them the way they want. And then I publish just like 2 listings a day, and one of them is a new one and one of them is probably a relist. So as long as I publish one new listing a day, which I can easily do, because if I run out of like clothes, which I'm not going to for like a while, I can just, put up a book or something from the house. So I found a way to make it doable. Like if I was really going off the deep end, I'd be like, well, I don't know, like amassing an insane amount of inventory that I have nowhere to put. But it's like every time I sell a certain amount of stuff, clear out some space and I just fill it back up again. But I sold like a whole bag of clothes the other day, so. Oh, you're an artist. You lost your galleries, threw your arm out. Oh, really? Well, yeah, try online. Don't give up. You can sell art on Poshmark too. People sell purses for like $5,000. So you can sell art. They're just going to take 20%. It's fun. Yeah, you're having fun too, Robin. Thanks, Rings of Healing. Yeah, well, it was a good month. Oh, you like where I've moved, Jody? Life is short. No, seriously, I think turning 50 was a wake-up call for me, because it was like I spent the last 10 years like sitting in my room. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to get out of the house. Thanks, Shannon. Yeah, I'm happy doing it. Oh, you have really large paintings. Oh, yeah, no. Like, that would be really difficult to ship. Well, anyway, Cheryl, I hope that you have some more success with your art. I went to art school. I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts. Here, I'll show you a painting that I did. I don't paint anymore, but I'll show you this one. It's like one of the very few that I have left. There's a portrait of my mom. Can you see her there? So I used to paint portraits. I can't tell you how many times all my art got stolen. I put it in my parents' barn in their house in Vermont, and then people came, they stole everything. And another time, like I graduated, or like the school year ended, and I had left it at school, and I went back and it wasn't there. So I don't know, they threw it out or something. Yeah, me too. I started doing small watercolors, exactly, because the big things, like, they take up so much space. But I don't think that I'm a real artist, like when it comes to visual arts. Uh, Thanks, Cheryl. I mean, I like to do like flowers and stuff like that. I just do representational art. I can't do abstract at all. And I think that I'd be probably better at like designing wallpaper than making actual art, to be honest. Oh yeah, you make art. Yeah, I have your postcard here. Look, right here. Where is it? This is Robin's art right here. It's cute. It's so nice. I love the colors. Cute little house in the forest. It's really beautiful. I love this picture. And the house looks like almost like kind of English style. It's so cool. And it's like there's this like wall kind of behind it, or that's what it looks like. Or maybe it's just trees. Looks like a little wall. It's the kind of painting that like makes your imagination go off. What what's your Instagram, Robin? You can put your Instagram in the chat. People go check out Robin's art. Would you say, Rings of Healing? What, I'm an artist? Well, yeah, I mean, no, like I have some skill for painting, but I feel like I don't have the soul of an artist. Like I like to express myself through humor or through video. And I actually always, when I was young, I used to go around audio recording things. I was always documenting. And I used to make these magazines, and I would like put stuff in there. And I would audio record, and I'd make these mixtapes with like different stuff. And I kind of feel like I like to document things more than like the soul of the artist. I mean, in the sense of mm, like where you paint something and it has all this like abstract sort of meaning to it. Like I don't think very abstractly or like something philosophical, like it's completely foreign to me. I just like if I see something beautiful, I just try to represent it. But I don't have that whole like, well, this represents the struggle of the soul against the whatever, you know, like it means nothing to me. I hear a bug. Oh, it's in the lamp. Yeah, like I'm not sentimental or philosophical. So that's why I say I don't feel like I have the soul of an artist. But I do appreciate art, you know. Okay, so are you a tattoo artist, Robin? I'd like to know how to pronounce Manekineko. I don't know if it's Mannequin Echo or Maneki Neko. I never could figure out how you pronounce your the name, you know. It'd be cool to know. So, okay, so I want to show you my thrift haul. Yeah, like I spent like 150 bucks at the thrift store, and then I made 160, and it's like it paid for everything. It paid for all my, and a lot of that was stuff that I had bought on those hauls that I did the last two. A lot of that was stuff that I just bought. Yeah, it was actually. Yeah, I sold like a ton of stuff. So it covered one of the hauls completely. And then the necklaces that I sold, it covered all the cost of my beads. Maniki Nico. Maniki Nico. Oh, does it mean something? Yeah, my characters is art. Yeah, I've always been more of a performer. I was always a performer. This is what I've been doing like this whole time, even before I did YouTube. What I need to do is go live on Poshmark, but the problem is like the bad lighting. Like in the day I can't do it. I'm too busy, and then at night my son's making a racket, and I find like it's too dark. Like if I was showing clothes here, can you see them well? You know what? I'm going to give you guys my Gmail, okay? Because I think only you guys are going to watch this and what I call the heart of my channel. So I don't usually give it out, but I'm going to give you my Gmail because I keep giving people my Yahoo and I never go check it because I have anxiety. And also, like, there are people who've donated to me on PayPal. I have not checked my PayPal in months. I have so much anxiety logging into things that I don't even collect my money. Like, that's how bad it is. When I get up the nerve, I will go into PayPal, but if you donated to me on there, thank you. Everyone who donates on Patreon, I know, thank you, but on PayPal, I feel like I must look like the biggest asshole in the world because they donated and I didn't write a thank you note. But it's like my nerves can only take so much. Like when I did the thing with changing my name on eBay, that shot my nerves for like 3 days. I was totally messed up from it because I was like shaking. Like I have some kind of trauma issue or something with. I think it's because Aaron got hacked because I wasn't like that before, but it like really badly traumatized me. So anyway, here it is. There it is. I just put it in the chat. It's my Gmail. It's because I just thought, well, what if like people get my, I don't know, get my email and they're gonna like just spam me or they're gonna sign me up for stuff or who knows what. I don't want to be paranoid. I'm done with that anyway. Lighting is important. Yeah, but it's like I don't have good lighting. I have two halo lights and they're not even good enough. But I think what I'll do is like I really cleaned out this room. I don't know if you can see, but I cleaned that whole counter off. Well, it's full of stuff again, but it was clean. I cleaned out this area and then I have a rack which I'm gonna put here with the clothes, and I figure I'll do my live here. But I can't even, I don't know how to put the camera sideways. Posh Sidekick is good, helps you be offline more. I like going into Poshmark though. I don't mind. Like I like browsing around on there and like sharing my stuff and tweaking my listings. And I mean, I guess if I had more listings, then it would become necessary. But I'm going to write that down though so I don't forget. Because there's Posh Sidekick and there's Posher VA. But you like Posh Sidekick? I just hope that I would know how to use it. Daylight bulbs. Okay, I'm going to write that down. I've never heard of that. Interesting. I have a pole lamp. Well, I have this, which I also scavenged. It's not, wait, what kind of light bulb do I have? I have a Costco light bulb in there. I don't think it's daylight though. Anyway, okay, so let me show you my thrift haul. Oh wait, I want to show you, I bought something though. I bought a couple things. My steamer died. I love steaming my clothes. Oh, she has a video about Posh Sidekick. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. All right, tabs. Cool, thank you. Well, a large draper sheet for a backdrop. Well, obviously, but the problem is I literally have nowhere to do that. Like I've tried everywhere. My house is like this everywhere. Like what you see here, it's like every corner is like filled. Like there's not any, it's very small and there's two people living here. There's only one place in my house where I have a blank wall, and that's in the hall between, like to go from the entrance into the living room. There is an area, and I used to photograph there, but the problem is the lighting is so bad because the window is all the way across the room. And even with two halo lights, it's just not good. It's dark and it screws up all the colors. Well, what I've been doing since it's, well, I mean, it's weird because I actually find that I get more true to color pictures when I take them in the lower light, and then I just use a background remover. But for a lot of things, I take them outside and I photograph them on the balcony, or I do it in my room that I sleep in. Oh, the mannequin was a great investment. The mannequin and the wig, totally worth it. I use it like every single day. Oh yeah, my place, it is like an interesting thrift store. I've got all the clothes, okay? You see all the clothes on that side, like here. These are my clothes, and these are the Poshmark clothes on the left. And then I have drawers under my bed. And the first drawer here is mine, and then the skirts are in there, the sweaters are here, and the sweaters and boots and stuff are under here. And then the blouses and the tunics are in the other end. This is where the dresses are. And then the blazers are in the front closet. So I've got like clothes everywhere. A hook on the wall. Well, I have a hook on the closet in my room that I sleep in because this is my son's room. The best lighting is probably there because I get sunlight coming in like pretty close, and then I put the halo lights in. It's sort of okay, and then I just use a background remover. But it's not easy. It really isn't. In here, it's like a tiny house in a yard that I have as my Poshmark store and photo studio. That's amazing. Having a tiny house, like a shed, is like the perfect place to like put your inventory in so it doesn't like take over your house. Yeah, that closet is pretty much all Poshmark clothes, and this right side is Poshmark, and in the hall closet, yeah, like half of it. And I have some stuff at Aaron's place too. Yeah, I got a lot of inventory. Anyway, but somehow when you come into my house, it doesn't look like a hoarder situation because I realize how much I can have in here, and I don't want to go over that. You know, once it's to the point where I can't fit it in the closet, then it's a problem. There's a bug in here. Go. Ah! What kind of bug was it? It just flew off. Watch, I just liberated a hornet. It's going to come bite me on the ass. So I bought this. My steamer died, and I always steam all the thrift store clothes. And I bought this. This is from Conair. So the one that I had was Shark, and it had all these attachments. You know, it was a really good steamer, but I'll be honest, like all those attachments took up a ton of space, and I didn't use most of them. But the little like powerful nozzle was great for cleaning, and it had a thing where you could steam your clothes. But the way it was made, you had to press it to turn it on, and then you hold the hose with the other hand. So if you're doing clothes, unless you're pressing them hard with that thing. Like there's no way to flatten the clothes. So the great thing about this is that you just press it here. No, you don't press it. Actually, you don't press it at all, which is cool. You just turn it on. So you fill it up, but it doesn't last very long. It's like 5 minutes and you have to refill it, but it gets going quickly. So you turn it on and then you can hold the clothes while you do this. So this is more ergonomic. It's easier to use, so I've been happy with it. And yeah, it's been doing a good job, and I love doing the steaming. It's fun. I enjoy that kind of stuff. Retractable projector screens. Yeah, I mean, I have a nice white wall. I don't need to put anything on it. It's a white wall. It's white anyway. The problem is the lighting. It's inspiring you to do your art. Yeah, do your projects, do your stuff. Sell the stuff. Yeah, sell stuff you have. Do it. It's worth it, you know? I don't know why everybody keeps telling me about like background sheets and projectors. Am I missing something? Is it better than a white wall? Like, does it do more than the wall? Because I have a white wall. I don't need a white wall because I just use a background remover. You can't even tell. What is there some advantage that I just don't know about? Does it do something for the lighting? Let me know, okay? Yeah, I like my home. It's fun. It's full of toys. Like that's why I say like, you know, every part of my house has fun stuff. I've got awesome books here. I've got awesome books there. I've got musical instruments everywhere and art and like deco stuff, and it's fun. So yeah, I got this one, and that's for the clothes. And I actually got a separate one. I got this one. This is replacing my old one, and this is for the cleaning. Because once you start using a steamer, it's hard to go back. This thing, it's gonna bomb everything with steam. And I think it's probably gonna be pretty ergonomic, but it doesn't have, it has some attachments, but it's really made for cleaning. So this way, actually, I could put this in Aaron's place so it's there when I need it. And then I can have this one up here for my clothes, because the steaming, it's mostly for his place. And I had a $16 like credit for the store with my, what do you call it? Not air miles, but like what they have at Canadian Tire, you know? Canadian Tire money or whatever. So this thing was about 50 bucks. It was on sale. It's usually 80, but it was 50. So that was okay. And this one was 35, but like minus the 16, so like $19. So I thought it was pretty good. I got a good deal on those. I was okay with it. I almost bought another shark on Marketplace. And the guy, I messaged him and I said, I'm interested in your steamer. And he said, yeah, and I was like, well, if it's going to be like that, I'll just go to Canadian Tire. I mean, really, like, so rude, you know? I don't answer my customers like that. I'm like, yes, can I help you? Would you like more information? I don't know why he was so rude. And then I was like, who is this guy? So I clicked on his profile to look at his picture, and he's like some rich muckety muck with a boat. Outdoor construction light. Okay, now you're talking, because I've seen those big things that people use. They're big, huge, and I don't have space for that. Construction light. That's not a bad idea. Where do you get that? Under 20. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Thanks for the tip. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you. I feel like now it's gonna be a very long live, but I was gonna tell you, like, Gunner's probably gonna drop out of school, and maybe I'll do a video about it at some point. He's gonna drop out, but like we're okay with it, because, and truth be told, he had a really bad experience with school, and he's just miserable, and it's taking such a toll on his mental health. So I you know, our prayers were answered. The school totally changed their stance, gave him every opportunity to fix the situation, just pass those exams, but he like refuses to look at the work. He refuses to let me tutor him. I think he's just completely burnt out. He just doesn't want to hear it. But he was in a really bad state. Like, he was having a lot of shutdowns, and he was just really depressed, and he wasn't even eating. I mean, it's bad. Like, he was depressed, you know. I was really worried about him. So I decided to just back off, and we just made peace with the fact that he's going to leave school. But after 16, there's no more homeschooling. So the school board doesn't give you materials to use. That's the downside. But I have all the stuff I need for grade 11 for him to pass his exam. So when he's ready, I can tutor him. And I mean, for grade 10 and for grade 11, I don't know what we're going to do, but we'll figure something out. But I'm going to just leave him alone. He's just going to play guitar. And I'm going to probably, like he still has his Russian teacher. So we're going to continue with that. And I'm going to look for a guitar or bass teacher for him. And that's what I'm going to do for next year. We're going to focus on that. No more school. We're done. Might as well. It doesn't mean he's done getting an education. It just means he's done with going to school for now. He won't be attending. But he'll eventually like get his credits, I'm sure. I don't know about like college or trade school. Like the kid's really a musician. I think that's the only thing he's made to do. Like I've tried to do things that I wasn't made to do and it didn't work out well. I'm just an entertainer, basically. That's what I'm good at. I did do that most of the time, but I've tried to do other things and I wasn't living my best life. Now I'm also a reseller, so there's that. So I'm going to show you my thrift store finds for the week. You guys still there? You're super quiet. I'm going to pull out all the stuff you haven't seen. It's not that much. Oh, then there's this. Oh wait, no, you didn't see this, did you? Wait, I think I have like 2 weeks worth because I didn't do a live. No, yeah, because I went twice because I didn't do a live. Oh, hi Jody. Okay, you guys are still there. Okay. I didn't do a live like on Tuesday for my Monday thrift haul, and then I went back to the thrift store to exchange some stuff. So I have more stuff. So this is some of it. Okay, this is a Banana Republic skirt, but it has like ruching on the sides here. And I really like it. I thought maybe I would wear it, but I'm gonna list it. So I'm already like I'm buying stuff for fall. I'm not divulging. But people do though. People all the time, resellers, they all the time do videos and they're like, I paid $1 for this at the bins. So yeah, they do, but I haven't so far. But let's just say I'm not paying $1 at the bins because I get it at the regular thrift store. So like, it's like between $7 or $8 to 10 or 15, you know. So there, Banana Republic, and it's very, very soft. It's really nice and it fits me. I'm making sure to buy things that fit me so I don't get stuck with stuff I can't use. So this one's nice, and let me show you. I got some other skirts too. They're in here, I think. I got this one. That's for me. Oh, this is just a really plain mini skirt because I had one Tallulah. So this is from Aritzia. So this is good quality. Oh yeah, it has like a little thing here, right? So I don't think I'm going to list it because I need a skirt because literally the clothes that I had, like you see how my jeans are, but a lot of my skirts also, like I wear things for so long because I don't like to spend a ton of money on clothes. So I buy like a skirt from Ardennes for like $15 or $20 and wear it for like 5 years. And things get ruined, you know, H&M, Ardennes, Forever 21, that kind of stuff. So I really needed some things. There was another one here too. Where is it? Oh yeah, there's this one too. Oh, this one's Forever 21. It's gray. So I have a gray and a black mini now, and the long one I'm gonna list. But I have another one. Where did I put it? one. This one I got also, probably for me. It's flared. I think it's just H&M. This is in really good shape. And it's like, it's so big, but it fits me okay. It's actually like kind of loose on me. Because usually I'm an extra large, but I think this one's even bigger. It says large, but it's like huge. So it's this kind of like slightly longer flared kind of skirt. Wait. No, I didn't show you this. Oh my God. Oh, here they are. Wait, no, those are my old ones. Okay, that's weird. I have a couple of skirts that I bought. Now I don't know where they are. Like that's, I really have to, oh, I know where they are. Okay, they're with the winter stuff. Wait, let me go get them. Oh yeah, it's in here. Oh my God, I got so much stuff. Oh, there's tons. Okay, so there's this. This one's really gorgeous, and it's I think it's, yeah, it's an Aritzia skirt with like this kind of ruching on one side, and it's sort of like split, but it's attached up here. It's like kind of wrapped in the front, and yeah, it's really, really good quality, and it looks good on me. But I'm gonna have to list this. Silk mini dress. Oh yeah, no, it's too small for me. Yeah, everything fits the mannequin. I do put them on a mannequin. That's what I do. Well, yeah, I put them, but not in real time. But yeah, I put them on the mannequin. I take pictures with her. So this one is going to be for sale, I think. And yeah, and then there was the long Banana Republic one. You know, I'll put them here, so I'll organize it later. Okay, and that's the Banana Republic. Okay, the other ones were for me. So then I got all these sweaters. Like one of the sweaters that I bought, I already never divulged my secrets, especially costs. You know what? Everybody's divulging their secrets. In the day of the internet, it's not like it used to be. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna keep this for myself. People do share, and especially on my channel, like I'm not here to like one up everybody. I'm here, you know, we're having this discussion because I'm not just showing you my clothes. I'm trying to help you, you know, that you can do it too. And I'm learning, and like we can learn together. There's absolutely nothing in it for me for you to not also be able to do this. Like there's no competition. And a lot of the people who are very successful on Poshmark, they do exactly that. Or on eBay or whatever, they come on here and they share their secrets. I mean, if I tell my friends, well, this is the store where I go, this is the day when I go, well, they're free to go as well. There's no shortage. There's like a surplus of secondhand clothes. What, is my friend going to show up and like take all the stuff and I can't get it? Unlikely, because they're all busy. They don't have time to hang around the thrift store. Anyway, so this is really nice. This is an Ann Taylor sweater, and I think it's wool or wool blend. And I got it for myself because when I put it on, it looked very posh actually. Like it's so nice that I don't even want to sell it. Because look, it looks really like nice and, you know, like quality. It looks kind of preppy, right? And it's not like another washed out color. Oh, don't apologize, Jody. That's okay. But yeah, it's a different day and age, you know. Oh no, okay. The reason I don't put them on the mannequin is you would not believe how hard it is to dress that thing. It's work. It is absolute, like it's wrestling. She's heavy. And to get things on, you have to take the arms off and feed them through the sleeves. No thanks. I'd rather just put it on myself. It's just too much work. Sci-fi channel? Oh, the cone heads, I remember them. There is so much stuff in the thrift stores. It's ridiculous. There is no shortage, and they're running like 7 days a week. And then there's the bins, you know. There's just so much. And I'm all about reduce, recycle, reuse, you know. So yeah. So this thing is so nice. It looks good, eh? Like looks really classy, and like I like this kind of look, you know. I mean, it's a little bit boho with the type of color, but kind of like not too much. I mean, it just looks great, eh? What a great sweater. So this one, I'm sort of divided because I do need some things for myself, so I don't want to post everything, you know. So this one I think I'm going to want to keep. This one's too small for me. This one is gorgeous and very expensive. And it's a blend of wool and alpaca. Oh no, it's on backwards. Oh well, you'll get the idea anyway. Oh no, it's backwards. I can't wear it like that. It's very soft, maybe slightly scratchy, but also like you feel like you're wearing a rabbit. Yeah, I should keep the brown sweater. Oh my god. What the hell? I need somebody to help me. I can't do this. I need a lady in waiting to help me get dressed. I'm like all mixed up in my clothes. What the heck? Okay, that's the back. Where's the belt? Belt goes in the front. Tie. But I do want to show you what it looks like. And it's like a size smaller, extra small, but I can wear it. The only thing is with my huge thyroid, like I can't really tolerate turtlenecks very well. See this one too. Look at me, I'm a rich lady. Can you see it? It's a little small for me, but it's really nice. It's got the little tie here. But it's like, yeah, it's like an extra small. I look like a rich lady. I just need to have better hair. Maybe tie up my hair or something. Go to Westmount. Keep everything. No, I can't do that. I love this thing. It's so nice. It's so cozy. But I don't know if I could handle the turtleneck. But yeah, it's really great. It's a score. Anytime I find this brand, it's called Wilfred. Jewelry. But don't forget, you guys, I don't have the lifestyle. My hair? Really? Thank you. Okay. I don't have a lifestyle. I like this stuff, but what can you wear it for? Like driving in the car to visit your rich friends in the country at some kind of a club and like have tea with them. That's what you can do with this. You cannot go and clean someone's bathroom in any of these clothes. I do a lot of cleaning. No, I don't really wear my hair up. Wait, what were you doing when you guys were on acid? What did you do? Yeah, it's itchy. Well, like, just not that bad though, actually. I love the way it feels. It's like squishy like a rabbit. Keep everything. Okay, so I love this sweater, but I think I'm going to sell it. I have to sell something. Okay, this one. Sorry, guys. This one is, it's Wilfred free, so that's also like a fancy Aritzia brand. But it's just a plaid shirt. And I really like it. This is something that I actually could wear. Like this kind of suits my lifestyle more, you know? And I like this one. It's kind of grunge. There's only one problem. One of the buttons is broken in half. So I would have to like take the button from down here and replace it. And I can't sell it. Oh, on acid trying on clothes. Interesting. I never thought of that. Too late for me. I gave up drugs a long time ago. Never thought of that when I was young. I could have taken acid and tried on clothes. You do have a point. I like imagining where people are wearing the clothes I sell them. Oh yeah, that's a good That's a good idea. I'm probably gonna do that. So this one, what do you think? This one I want to keep. I mean, I could move the buttons around and put it up for sale. Well, I don't know if I can clean in it though. Oh, hi GTO. You like the flannel? Yeah, it's good. It's really good quality. I'm trying to get rid of my old Ardennes flannel. I am rich. Yes, I'm a rich lady. I wear rich lady flannels now. Okay. Okay, here's a really great one. Since we're doing all the tops, I'll show you this one. Oh my god, look what I found. This one, it's so small. My other one, I can get in it. This one, there's no way. I can't close it. I'd have to like really suck it in. It would double as like a shapewear garment if I managed to close it. But look what it is. Juicy Couture. Vintage. Obnoxious vintage Y2K Juicy Couture with a huge emblazoned patch on the back. I love the material, but yeah, it's way too small for me. Ugh. What size is this one? Small, I think? Maybe it's extra small. It's only small. And it's cool. It's like brown, and then it has like this green trim, and it's got this, which I've never seen, and I'm kind of into this. Like, they're all different, and these are rare. I mean, you don't see this, you know, like it's really hard to find this kind of thing. And I have the other one, which says Juicy Couture for nice girls who like stuff. And then this I've never seen. Loves London. If I was skinny and I went to England, I would wear this again. Yeah, this was like really something, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna put it up. It's not up yet. And this has rhinestones. Where's Robin? Robin, you still there? Yeah, it's velour. What do you think, Robin? How much would you list this for? What do you think? I need your opinion. Because it, you know, it is vintage. It's not modern, but no, everything's perfect. No, it's like new. Perfect, perfect. Nothing wrong with it. Nobody has this. Yeah, I Google Lensed it. Like literally there is no one who has it. Yeah, it gives you matches, but there's nobody has this, so I don't even know. I can't. 275? Okay, September says 30 and Cheryl says 275, so reverse imaging. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. I did Google Lens it. Well, I listed my other one for like 60 because I think like 60, 65 is okay, and maybe it'll sell for 50 or maybe 40. I mean, you're not going to get rich off it, you know, but how much did I pay for it? Maybe I won't tell you. Oh, well, not that much. You want to know how much? Oh my God, it almost crept out on me. 80? Huh. I don't want to be like asking too much either though. Okay, so like, okay, definitely not 275. It's just not that valuable. Juicy Couture is, it's not like Christian Dior, you know? But okay, I'll keep that in mind. So I think maybe I could put it up for a little bit more than 65. Okay, I got this one. I'm gonna put it on even though it's way too small for me, but I want you to see how it looks. It's very cool. Assuming I don't break it. God, that would be awful. It's clearly meant for someone who's a lot smaller than me. Okay, so this one, look how classy it is though. It's amazing. There, I'm up with my crappy old jeans. Flowers. You can make you a little claustrophobic, CC. It is vintage, I think, but it's vintage Diane von Furstenberg. It sells, the original price is $240 for roughly for like a cardigan like this. But there's one problem. It does look good on me, but honestly, it's just too small. There's one problem, which I didn't even notice, and I have to like look for it. Like, it's almost like it's not visible to the naked eye, but it is. But let me look. I will find it. It's here somewhere. But this is how hard I have to look for it. Let me take my glasses off. So I didn't notice it when I was there. I can't find it. I know there's a flaw, but I can't find it. I cannot find it for the life of me. Maybe it was a miracle. Maybe God removed it. Gosh, I don't know where it is. It has a flaw. Oh my God, I can't even find it. Seriously, that's how hard it is. That's how small the flaw is. It's like almost impossible to see. I think if I take it off, because then I know where it is and I'll know where to look, I'll find it. I'm going to put that in my description. It does have a flaw, but it's not visible to the naked eye. It's like, what did you do? Look at it under a microscope. Okay, where's the flaw? Oh, here it is. Okay, you see over here? You see right here at the edge? There's a little black mark. Well, you see that little tiny mark right there? Do you see how hard I had to look for it? Well, no, I'm not going to send them something that has a flaw without disclosing it, but point being, it's very small. Once you know it's there, you will see it, though. It's right here. So I didn't see it because, okay, it's all the way up here. So it looks like a little pen mark. There. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was a mark that somebody made or if it's just something to do with like the way it was made, like originally. I tried to use like sort of stain remover to take it out. I don't want to mess with it too much because I don't want to like take all the dye out of the shirt. But it didn't really do very much. But anyway, there's a very small flaw. So the problem is like how to price it. It's not noticeable. Not really. I mean, it is if you know. Oh, you found the Juicy on eBay, Jody? Yeah, but probably not with that design on the back. Like you find Juicy Couture hoodies. But also when it says 50, a lot of time it's 50 American. So I'm pricing in Canadian. Personalizing and put more marks over? God, no. Oh my God, that'd be horrible. Destroy a Diane von Furstenberg by putting marks all over it. Anyway, it's super cute. I'll probably sell it. I might sell it on Marketplace. So you might come over and try it. But I'm sure I'll sell it. But this one, it wasn't cheap. I'll tell you how much it costs. $17. So if I sell it for $50, that would be really good. But I was thinking I'll mark it up really high because it's Diane von Furstenberg, and if somebody gives it hearts, and I'll start sending them offers, and if they won't take it, then I'll like do a 50%, you know. I did that the other day, and I got a sale by giving a big offer, so it does work sometimes. This was amazing, though. Okay, I have two vintage skirts. So this is a vintage wool skirt. And it's kind of like, well, why would you buy like an old skirt? But it's because it's wool. So in the winter, this kind of thing, it's really good, you know, because it keeps you warm and it's fully lined. And it has like a nice sort of grain sort of pattern on it. And it's wool, but it's soft. It's not like sweater wool. It's in really good shape. It was originally probably part of a suit. And I bet you anything the jacket's very outdated. But this would be really great, like right around Christmas or something. You know, like something like this with a little black like turtleneck and like some green accessories. I think it would look amazing because it's very high quality. You know how they say they don't make things like they used to. And what size is it? I think it's like size 4. And this is like 1980s. Tough sell? I don't know. I thought it was worth it to get it. You never know. Because people who like vintage, Yes, people do like odd colors. You know what? One of the things that sold the fastest, do you guys remember I had a Talbot's shirt with a really outrageous retro print with all these flowers on it in a 2X? That sold. Like, I had it only like a couple of weeks and I sold it. It is in really great shape. If somebody's looking for like a really classic green midi skirt, it is 80s. It's 80s, but it's a good skirt. So I did pick it up. Because, like, there's different ways to go about this. You know, you could be trying to stay with what's trending, and there's a lot of people that are doing that. So you sold a skirt like that. Okay, so yeah, that's what I was thinking. I thought it was really good quality. Wool skirts are the bomb. Yeah. I think it's good. So you could like try to always go with what's trending and buying new stuff, and which a lot of people are doing. But the thing with vintage is you tend to, I think, cultivate a certain kind of following. Like even the people that follow me on Marketplace, they know that the kind of style I have. Like I like Betsy Johnson. I like funky colors. I like it a little bit punk rock or a little bit grunge, florals, and a certain style. Like I also like the April Cornell style floral. So if somebody's selling this kind of style, I'm gonna follow them, you know? So I'd rather go with what I like and then try to find people that like what I like rather than try to tailor myself to what they like, you know? So that's what I'm doing. Robin, how much did you sell the skirt for? Do tell. Now this thing is really something. Another vintage skirt, but this one is older. And it's really unusual. It's not even velour, it's velvet. It's like a true, real like soft velvet. Like, you know what, you have a velvet couch or something. That's something you don't find very often, and it's heavy. It's that real like thick old vintage fabric with what looks like a hand sewn hem, although I'm not totally sure. No, that can't be hand sewn. No, but it's old. You can tell by the style of the stitching. And yeah, the fact that this isn't even stitched. Very old school. But it's not homemade. And it's really solid. It doesn't have a label in it. I don't know what it is. Well, maybe it is homemade now, come to think of it. And it's lined, satiny kind of, I think it's rayon. But it's an interesting material. And it's like a dark green velvet, and then it has a slit in the back. And I'm not sure about the age. It's not 60s for sure. It's not 50s. It's not 80s. It could be 70s or it could be 90s. What do you think? You love that? Oh, thanks, Jody. Okay, well, I'm just catching up with your comments. Yeah, like the vintage stuff tends to be really good quality. And sometimes people keep it in immaculate condition. So it just depends. So this skirt, it's like this luxurious velvet. And I was thinking this is like, it's good for like around the holidays, you know? Or maybe St. Patrick's Day. But it's quite heavy and warm. And small. I'm kind of wondering if it's handmade now. No, I don't think it is. No, it's not. It's just that one of these things came out and somebody stitched it back. That's what that is. It's... What the heck is going on here? I mean, if it was handmade, they were really experienced. I mean, it is, you know, they are hand sewn, like with machines, somebody, but I don't think it's homemade. Anyway, what do you guys think? What era is this from? Do you think this is 90s? I think it could be 90s. You know, because the velour, like the velvet and velour was really in like in the late 90s. No way, 80s? I don't think it's 80s. What? You guys think it's late 80s? Really? Hmm. Oh yeah, maybe it was made to measure. Well, everybody seems to think it's 80s. Really? I'm surprised. I thought it was more 90s. The way I remember the 90s. Then again, 90s it started to have like more flared shapes. Partridge Family. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like kind of 70s. I thought it was 70s. The reason I wasn't sure was that in the 70s it tended to be really more midi, like really like mid calf. Even with this like sort of pencil skirt type shape. Well, I'm not sure if this is exactly a pencil skirt, but a straight skirt below the knee. It's small though. I think it's like a size 4. Anyway, I did pick it up for my vintage collection. I better be able to do something with it. If I get stuck with this thing, I'm screwed because I can't wear it at all. That's why I don't like to pick up the small sizes too much, because then I can't do anything with it, and none of my friends would fit into them either. Looking for someone out there who really likes the vintage. Okay, this thing, this is a way easier sell. I don't know if I showed you this already. I don't think so. It's anthropology. So my first anthropology piece. Actually, I want to put it on. I can't remember if I showed it to you last week or not. I don't think so. No, I don't think it's 50s. The length of the skirt and the shape. No, 50s would have been more like this tapered shape. It's too straight. I think it's maybe 90s. Oh, thanks, Ashley. No, it can't be 50s. I mean, then again, I mean, it's possible. I'm not an expert. It doesn't strike me as 50s, though. Because in the 50s, like, women had grown up wearing waist trainers. My mother told me they started them on waist trainers at, like, age 12. With, like, these sort of early, like, primer sort of waist trainers. So by the time they were older, it literally, like, made you grow so that your waist was like this. That's why Raquel Welch and Sophia Loren, they're all like this. Tucked in like that. Hourglass. It's because they grew up in waist trainers. So this thing is pretty cool. It's very comfortable dress that you can really be active in. It has a great pattern on it. It's a little small for me. I look kind of chunky in it. I think that I might have showed it to you last time. I need the waist trainer. But it's a really, really high quality material. I'm sure I showed you this. Did I show it to you before? Waist trainers? Yeah, they wore these like little, it wasn't a corset like in my grandmother's day, but it was like a, made out of material and made in form or whatever. 70s? Yeah, we had velvet in the 90s. I had a velvet blazer. I had a couple of them. Definitely. Yeah, I have clothes on underneath. It's true. And I could wear the shapewear. Yeah, it's good. Like, it matches the colors. But I gotta sell this one because this one is worth something, and I need the money. I can't just like have a ton of nice clothes. That's true though. In the 90s, mini. You're right. Oh, thanks. Yeah. So this is a really high quality dress, and with the ruching, I think you're supposed to tie this up. It's called daily practice, which makes me think it's like you're supposed to do your yoga in it. Mountain, and then what do you call it? Downward facing dog. I can do all the yoga in it. Do my daily practice. So yeah, that's one, and that I'm working on getting the listing up. This was a score. Quality stuff. But I've got more though, and I want to show it to you now before I get more next week. Okay, this one is amazing, and I just photographed it today. I just picked this one up yesterday. So it's from the brand Uniqlo, which I don't usually get because it's not, I mean, it's not like a brand that you can resell for a whole lot, but it's very popular. But this thing is like brand new, and it's a maxi dress. I mean, on me, it like literally goes to the floor because I'm so short. It's like too maxi on me. And it's also too small. I tried it on and I'm like chubby, you know? But it's got these cool little sleeves that have, has ruching on the sleeves. So yeah, it's all buttoned down the front. And it's white with these nice little flowers. And it looks amazing. Like I couldn't believe when I saw this. I was like, oh my God, what is that? And it's like brand new. Like it looks like, by the way the fabric looks, it looks like it hasn't even been worn. You know how like when you wash something, it changes the texture of the fabric? This looks like it was never even worn. No, it's so perfect. So the sleeves, check this out. I don't want to make it dirty at all. Yeah, it's really pristine, this dress. Yeah, Uniqlo is nice, but exactly, it's a little bit more, like, it costs a little bit more than like H&M or Forever 21, but yeah, it's not that much. This new was 65, but the thing is, it's a 2023 model, so it's from this year, and it's sold out everywhere. And I found someone selling this exact same thing on eBay for $95, new. So, I don't know, man. I might be able to sell it. So you can ruche the sleeves like that so that it becomes like sleeveless, which is pretty cool. So it's like adjustable. And it's Inès de la Fressange collab with Uniqlo. So I really like this one a lot. I'm going to hang it up, make sure it's safe. All right, what else do we have? A lot. I hope you guys don't mind. I want to show you all of it now instead of like doing it in another video. Screw it, because like I told you, I made a video and I just like postponed uploading it, and now I'm going live like in the middle of the night. I might as well get this out of the way. Okay, so this thing, you know what it needs though? It needs a belt. This is not the best belt. Tell me what you think. Probably would be better with like a black belt. This thing is pretty cool. It's very like retro 80s. Right? But it's a very good quality print. Coastal Cowgirl. Oh, for the white dress. Oh, really? You think it's Coastal Cowgirl? Okay. I wasn't sure. I think I might have tagged it Coastal Grandma, which is like last year, apparently. Yeah, like this reminds me of like Flashdance, kind of. It's not old, it's new, and it's Michael Kors, and it has studs on it here. Which is, they're like really intense, like pointy studs. So that's kind of different. And it's so bright, it's like it's so new. So it's like a python print with studs. And it's very 80s. Like you can wear it like off the shoulder kind of, I think. Like Flashdance style, you know? Well, maybe even be better if you didn't have a bra, I don't know. Does that work? Do I look like 80s glam rock right now? I think it's cool. Pat Benatar. I don't know about this part. What do you think, Robin? I mean, it is Michael Kors, so it's a good brand. What would you tag this? What would you tag this, Robin? Someone big will wear that well. Bigger women? Well, I think it's supposed to be loose, but yeah, it is big. I mean, I'm an XL. You could fit a 1X for sure. Maybe even a 2X. but I think it's meant to be worn like this, you know. But I love it. I would even wear it myself. It just looks really really stylish. Yeah, Michael Kors. Let me know what you think, Robin. Like, what would you tag this as? And how would you price this? Oh yeah, look, it's got like, that's really 80s. It was retro. Punk! Gosh, you're a genius. I didn't even think of that. I never even thought of that. I'm gonna do it right now. Michael Kors shirt. Punk. 80s. Animal print. Yeah, I was thinking like 50 for sure, at least. I mean, if you post it for 50, you might sell it for 35 though, which means you come out with 28 minus the cost of the item is $20 that you make, maybe, which is okay. You don't actually get 50 bucks for it. Well, yeah, but I don't think anyone would actually like pay $50 for it. I think I'd probably be best to list it for 50. And then, yeah. Well, Robin, what do you think price wise? But I think you're like ballpark, Bella. I agree. 60? You would do 60. Okay. I'm gonna go with what Robin says, which is like right in between what Bella said. You guys seem to agree. It's like I would have said 50 because it gets more visibility also when it's 50 because it's in both categories. It's 25 to 50 and 50 to 100. So you get more exposure. But yeah, like, because you know somebody's going to want 30% off. So if I sell it for 40, I come out with 32 minus the shipping discount, which gives me 28. So I make an extra $8. Wait, no. Then I'm right back where I was before. So basically, hopefully I can make 20 bucks on it. If they take a 30% discount, then I'm right where I was before. Well, okay. But that's good. 20 bucks, make 20 bucks on something is pretty good profit. Okay, interesting. Thanks, Robin and Bella. Okay, so then I have this one, which I really like. This one's really like my style. Dime Store Diva. You underprice your art? Yeah, it's hard to price art. I love this one so much. Oh my god, I just want to wear it myself. It's Aritzia. What's the thing called again? Wait, it's called W5. Sounds like a radio station. Look how cute that is with the embroidery. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love embroidery. Look at this. Yeah, $20 profit is really good. I love it. I don't want to sell it. Oh my god, look how beautiful. And it's perfect. So gorgeous. This is so me. That's like the 90s in me, you know? The embroidery. Oh my god, I love it. Yeah, so here, that's one of the brands that the thrift stores do not know what W5 is. Yeah, it sounds like a lube or a radio station or a juice. You get some W5. $100 profit? I don't know what she's selling. There are some items, like if you're picking up electronics from the bins, like, or like very collectible toys, you can make $100 profit. But you're not going to do that with clothes. There's no way. Unless it's like evening gowns or something. Oh, you do? Okay, so you sell things you don't know the brand. Okay. So what I found was that like if people don't know the brand, it's harder to find it, you know? Like there's different ways to go about it. If you're selling a very specific thing and you know people are looking for that and there's not a lot of them out there, then somebody's going to find you. But I mean, the other day I sold a Juicy Couture clamshell glasses case for $18. Somebody was looking for it, but with the name Juicy Couture. What did I sell that was no name? Just vintage. I don't think I've had much luck selling things that have like no name at all that are not vintage. So I try not to buy like cheap brands. Modern, I'll buy vintage whatever I like. And modern, I try to buy like really good designers. But oh my God, I love this so much. Put it under vintage as the brand. What? The skirt? Or this? This isn't vintage. This is like now or recent. Put what under vintage? Oh, I do that. Anything that's Y2K or before, I always put vintage. It's better. Like if you put like some obscure name that like nobody cares. I've made the mistake of doing that before. Like I put Cha-Cha for some jewelry that's total coastal cowgirl. It's like cowrie shells and stone pink hearts and beads, cuff bracelets. So gorgeous. And it's amazing. I would even wear it, you know. Where is that bracelet? I think it might be right here. I better know where it is in case somebody buys it. Yeah, look at this thing. This is vintage and it's total coastal cowgirl. So it should be very trendy. Oh, it's like a tie-on bracelet. But the brand is Cha-Cha, which I think doesn't exist anymore. And when I put it as Cha-Cha, I didn't get a lot of attention. As soon as I relisted it as vintage, I already got a like today. What do you think? It's pretty cool, eh? I do love it, but I have to let go of some things. It's really special. It's got wood beads. A lot of work went into it. I wonder where it was made. Yeah, they don't know the name of the vintage brand. They don't really care. Yeah, this is really good. I think it's 90s, actually. It's so nice. I don't want to get rid of it. But realistically, like, I didn't really wear it much. Screw it. I'm going to sell it. But this one, yeah, I love this one so much. I don't want to get rid of it. It's too nice. I'll be sad if I have to sell it. All right. Next. This one's really good, too. This one is, believe it or not, it's 100% silk. And it's a really big size, too. What is it? It's an extra large, so that's good for me. But it's loose. I mean, this is extra large, but look how big it is. It makes me feel small. I mean, really, look how huge it is. I think it's like it fits like a 1X. I mean, I think I would have to list it as a 1X because as an XL, I think that this is too big for XL. You know, it is like that. Some sizes run larger or smaller. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep the top. Well, I don't know about the bracelet. It hasn't sold yet. It's been up there for... It's way too big, yeah. But I think it's like a 1X, though, even though it says XL. But you know what? It's Eileen Fisher, which is a really good brand, and it's 100% silk. So I picked it up. And I think it'll make somebody happy. And I like to have the larger sizes, too. 3X? What? 3X makes it $300? Oh, yeah, I know. And I saw like a 3X Torrid coat, brand new. And I was like, should I pick it up? It had tags and everything. But then I was like, what if I get stuck with it? I can't do anything with it. It's going to take up a lot of space. I didn't pick it up. No, you can't wear it around your head like a headband. But yeah, I like to grab some plus size stuff, like 2X maybe, because I could wear a 2X. It would be like big wide on me, but it wouldn't be like, you know, like, because the thing is I'm worried about getting stuck with things, you know. So if I pick something up as a 1X, like I could probably wear it. Like that shirt was a 2X, but I would have worn it. It would have just been loose. But 3X is like, forget it. I'm swimming, you know. You know who wears like a 3X? It's Aaron. Aaron is so big. He's so huge that it's like impossible to find clothes for him. So I understand the struggle. And when I try to go thrifting for him, and I'm looking for 2X, and I've come home with 2X, they don't fit at all. Like, he can't even get his arm all the way in. So like he really needs like a 3X. But it's all muscle. It's because he has like, well, I mean, not all of it's muscle, but he's got a lot of muscle here and really big lats. High quality silk and good name, bigger when we can't find anything. No, it's not a 3X though. I think I would list it as a 1X. I don't think it's really an X large because I'm like at the limit of not being plus, like at the normal sizes, I'm just the limit of it. And this is too big for me. So I'd say it was probably like more like a 1X. And I'll just explain. And it's almost like a tunic, you know, like I like that it's nice and loose and it's long so it like covers. And you could, you know, I bet you could wear that with like a nice belt and sort of belt it like a tunic. Okay, wait, here, what else do I have? I've got more. This one's really great too. I love it. This is another one that I would like to wear myself. I think I'm going to keep the black one. Most of the time I just wear like Ardennes and H&M because, yeah, I just ruin everything. Aaron's shoulders, yeah, he has problems, but it's gotten better lately. He's been doing this like cocktail. He had such a bad problem. He had a calcific tendonitis, and it was documented on ultrasound. And he used one of these home remedy cocktails, and it had like apple cider vinegar and a bunch of things. And he went back and had another scan, and it was gone. Like it actually, the calcium was dissolved. So something happened. Yeah. Well, transferring himself, I think that he doesn't transfer that much. He's like in his chair, and then he'd just be like on the bed for a long time. He's not going in and out a lot. He's not transferring into cars very much. Shower once a day. But it's from the pushing because he doesn't like to use an electric chair because then he gets no exercise. And so it wears out, you know, your shoulders. But he's sort of okay. I think he's okay for now. I mean, he's already 63. It's pretty good, you know, because when you're paraplegic, like, I think life expectancy is about 70. It takes like, well, they say it takes 10 years off your life. So if the average man lives till 78, like, life expectancy is like 68, I guess. So he's in pretty good shape. I think he's going to be around for longer than 5 years. He looks great. He looks so cute, so handsome, and he's so buff. He looks amazing. And his health is pretty good. What's going on here? Oh, it's like there's no hole to put the button in. Okay. Bit of pilling. Okay, so this is cute. Yeah, he looks younger than his age. Yeah, he should like tell me what the recipe was. Wait, this is Nicole Miller, but it's oh my god, I can't see anything. It's linen. So that's the thing about this shirt. 100% linen. So that's not something you find every day. So that's pretty amazing to have like a long sleeve shirt. Great. It hides all your track marks. But you don't have to sweat in it because it's linen. So it's good for summer, you know? So what do you think? Wait. I can look like a rich lady. I think it's good. This one, you like it on me? I like that it's camo too. Did anybody like catch the joke about hiding the track marks? Those Anita just slipped that one in there. Yeah. I mean, I'm so hot in here right now. Oh my god. It's like a sauna in here. I mean, it's kind of weird to have linen long sleeves. Do I want to keep it though? I don't know. And it's weird because it's linen, but it's like soft. Usually linen is like kind of stiff and it crinkles up, but this one is like, it feels like it could be like a cotton silk blend or something. It's really soft and nice. It's got mother of pearl buttons. I'm gonna list it. I think I'm gonna keep the embroidery one though. That one's too much my favorite. Okay, let's see. I have more. I'm gonna do the whole thing. Oh my god, I've been here for so long. Like people say, oh man, she talks so long, long lives. Yeah, but it's like we're hanging out. Holy shit though, that's still a long time. But whatever. I used to see people doing these long lives and I was like, how could you do that? Like who's gonna watch a 3-hour live? But it's like people stop in, you know? Keep this one, Shelly? I don't know. I can keep it, but I think I'm gonna list it. I think I'm gonna put it up. Yeah, I like natural materials. I can't stand the fake ones. Except I like rayon, but what? No, not rayon. Viscose. I love viscose. It's so soft. But what's it made out of? Anybody know what viscose comes from? Yeah, viscose is great. So soft. Okay, let me see what else. Okay, I'm going to show you these. These are like for a really, really skinny person. Like, it's so small. I don't even know how anyone would actually fit in here. I think it stretches quite a bit and then it's just going to suck you in. It's like an extra, extra small. But these pants, I think they're from, yeah, they're also from Aritzia Wilfred Free. And so they're very fancy and they're called Daria pants. No, they're not children's. They're for a woman. They're grown women. Like, look how long the legs are. It's not for a kid. Even actually, they're so long, they come up to here on me. Totally don't fit me. So I don't know who would fit this. I think a very tall, skinny model type girl. But maybe somebody out there would like them. But they're a really, like, quality item. And it's this vegan leather. And Friday Night Live, yeah. And it's in really good shape, so I picked it up anyway. Even though it's a really weird size. But I mean, there are some extra small people out there. Extra, extra. And then I got this. It's a bum warmer. And it's by Anne Muller. And this is a company that makes this special material and it's made from bamboo fiber. So it's like very eco-friendly, sustainable. And then they have this in-house artist, I forget what his name is or her name, that does like this like Native American or indigenous, like Haida type art, but they're Métis, the artists themselves. So I thought it was like really something unusual and special. So what you do with this, you could wear it as a skirt, or my pants keep falling down, sorry guys. You can put it like over your jeans in the winter, and then you put your shirt. Oh, but this is supposed to go in the back, like the design goes in the back. So you just like put it like that. It's a bum warmer. It's just to keep your bum warm in the winter. That's pretty cute. And I saw it there. Yeah, and it's so soft. It's like a French, we say coton ouaté. It's like a sweatshirt material, you know, like a, not felt, but like sweatshirt. A strapless top. Well, apparently, yeah, it's pretty versatile. What would happen if I put it on the top? Let's see. Yeah, it's super soft, and I like that it's like a, it's a good, like, responsible, eco-friendly company. Try to squeeze myself into this thing. You know, I heard that you could do that with it. Actually, if you're, you know what they say, that you can put this over a bathing suit. Oh, you have to go. Yeah, I know. It's like super late. Ooh, church sale in the morning. That's nice. Thanks so much for all your tips, Robin. I really appreciate it. I mean, everyone, you know. You guys are all super helpful. Have a great night. See you next time. Viscose is from trees, really? Because I love it and I thought it was an artificial fiber and I was like, why do I like this so much? What kind of trees? Interesting. I know, right? Bamboo, like sustainably sourced, and Native American designer, so, well, for the art. Yeah, it's pretty good. So they say that you can use it as a bum warmer or a skirt, or you can use it as like over a bathing suit, like put it over your bathing suit bottom, or you can put it over your top. Like it's very versatile. Oh, Vita's in. Okay, have a good night. So I saw the bum warmer and I didn't grab it. I was going through my camera roll and looking at things and I was like, oh, there's that thing. I really wish I had that. And I went back and nobody had taken it, and I actually found it on my second trip, which is unusual because usually there's something nice. Of course, it can be gone when you come back, but this was still there. It is fantastic. I agree. I think it's amazing. So I love it. So I took it home. Okay, this dress, tell me what you think I should do. It had a spot. Okay, it's an old dress. It belonged to my mom or whatever. It had a spot here, and I got the spot out, but at the expense of lightening it. So I think that's pretty much done, right? See, it has a light spot now that cannot be removed. The brown spot, it was tiny and it could have been removed. This one's, it's screwed now. So what I was thinking, what I would do with this, because it's kind of like 50s style dress, and it's very shiny. Trendy color, what, this? I was thinking I'm going to bring it to the thrift store in exchange for another coupon. Oh, bamboo, pine, or eucalyptus. Okay. Interesting. Oh my god, thanks. Thanks for telling me. So, this one, yeah, I don't know, like, if I can list it with this. I feel like I ruined it. Paint flowers on it. Good heavens, I think I'd ruin it even more. I mean, I could try to upcycle it by like putting sequins, but I think I'd just ruin it. Little paint flowers. No, I can't do that. No, it's gonna look really bad. It's gonna look really like hack job, I'm sure. I just destroyed it. But it was my mom's, and it, you know, it's not a hot ticket or whatever. Hot ticket item. I don't think I had a hard time selling it anyway. I kind of regret. But you know what? It's a good learning experience. A skirt? I don't think it's possible. I mean, if I was a seamstress, it's a great skirt, but I don't think that I could do that. I don't have the skill to like take this apart and like turn it into something else. I know there's people who can, but I'm not one of them. I'm thinking, but no, I don't think so. The color is in rhinestones. I mean, I don't want to like spend all my time trying to fix this dress. I mean, it is possible, like if I put like a rhinestone thing here, coming down the sides, but I don't know, does it really go with the dress, or am I just destroying it more? Well, now you're making me think about it. Maybe I should do something. Embroidery, puff paint. I think it's gonna look like my kindergarten got a hold of it. Oh great, it's trending and I just freaking ruined it. But the thing was, like, I was practicing stain removal. And you know what? It's a good thing that I screwed up this old dress and not some, like, new thing that I got. Yeah, with the bolero jacket, definitely that would solve the problem. It's true. That's what I was thinking. Just put something on top. Who's going to see it? Little bolero. But it's just, it's, like, right there. I really messed up big time. Anita screws up big time. Ruined another. I mean, like, is it that visible? Yeah, I think it is. I even tried like soaking it. Yeah, or a brooch for sure. But the place that it's in, I mean, I could put applique on it, but then nobody, who's gonna buy it? It's right here, so you don't put a brooch here. Brooch goes like up here. But what if I had applique on it here? But I mean, you have to think about it and like put a lot of work into it and find applique. It just seems like it's not worth it. So anyway, I appreciate your input. I'll take that into consideration. Think about it. Wait, did I show you this? No, I didn't. Oh, it keeps falling. Oh my god. It keeps falling off the hanger. closet malfunction. I don't think I showed you this one. I scored this too. It's a Wilfred tank top, pure silk from Aritzia, so that was a score. So there's that. That was on Monday. Thinking about the dress, I don't know what I would do with it. This is the last blouse, and this one's the J. Crew with like this. It's called Elizabeth, this blouse, and it has like this elaborate ruffles, which I can steam and I can make it all perfect. And it's kind of preppy. I think it's more like the coastal grandma look. Like kind of, yeah, it's very soft and it's beautiful, bright white. Like it looks kind of Victorian. Actually, I have this like Victorian skirt, and I was thinking I'm gonna relist the skirt, and I would put this next to it, and I might even like take a photo where the mannequin's wearing the white blouse and the black skirt with like a belt. Yeah, I like J. Crew. It's like preppy. It's cool, but the blouse is in good shape. It's not dirty or anything. 100% cotton. So anyway, I didn't pay very much for it, did I? $8. It's not cheap exactly, but anyway. Okay, then I have this. I love this one. Nautical summer dress. Super cute. It's from Nautica, and I love that. It has like the rope, and the rope has these little like metal things on the end, which is pretty cool. And it has like this trim down here. And this company too, this is a company that does like all like responsible sourcing. 55% linen, 45% cotton, so linen blend. But yeah, they're like sustainably sourced or whatever, so that's good. Not like dumping everything into landfills and like abusing the environment, so that's good. Oh yeah, cottagecore. Yeah, I'm gonna style a mannequin. What's this? God talking to me to experiment, go with the flow? It just seems like a lot of work though, you know. I'm pretty busy. I don't know where I'd find the time to start messing with that dress. I just kind of want to get rid of it. It's taking up space in my closet. I could trade it. Somebody said trade it. Trade it in. If I bring that dress in and I choose $50 worth of merchandise, I get $10 worth for free. So I get a new dress. I mean, of course, I could bring in some crappy shoes that are worth almost nothing, and I still get $10. If I spend $100, I get $20. So, you know, the trading stuff in is kind of worth it. And the dress isn't exactly ruined. Somebody else might want to do that. I just don't know if I have the time for it or any ideas. Anyway, I like the nautical dress. It's really, really cute. Wait, I don't think I showed you these. I have to show you them because I don't think I showed you them before. I actually found like 2 pairs. I'm just going to show you all of it right now. Screw it. These are UGG sandals with jute. And look, see how they look all perfect? Like all perfect and clean? Believe it or not, I cleaned them. Oh, there's a tiny bit here where it looks worn. But like they look really pristine. I did a great job. Pat myself on the back. See? It looks so good. Like there's only just a tiny little indentation there, like tiny bit of wear on the toe, but look, they're all perfect. Pretty nice. Barbie pink, exactly. Barbie core. But you know, they've been up already for like a week or two. Only $50, I think. Oh no, did I put them up for 65? I don't remember. Anyway, and then I also found them in blue. They're so cute. And they're a 7, but I can get into them. And these also, like, I cleaned them and I made them look all nice. There's very little wear on them. I just want to make sure they don't get all, like, mangled from being in storage, because storage will, like, destroy things. So really cute. Okay, have a good night, Jody. Yeah, Barbie pink. Yeah, you'd think, but they're still up there. Okay, I found this. Oh, they look purple? No, they're like a periwinkle blue. This is like a really old vintage vest, but it's really, really well made. It's first of all, it's made with boiled wool. It's really high quality and it has this very elaborate embroidery at the bottom. And then whoever it was left a note with it and a whole bunch of buttons. One extra metal button plus a whole bunch of these little ones. So that's a super vintage thing. You know, maybe I should like do a live where I give you life updates and then do a separate live where I do thrift hauls because it's like insanely long. Now I don't know what size they listed it as, but it totally fits me. It's worth some money, you think? Yeah, this was like excellent, high quality vintage. Really, really nice. It's like immaculate. It's so perfect. It was a total score. We'll see, you know. A dad vest? You know, I don't think so. It's for a woman. It's not a dad vest. It can't be. I mean, I'm an XL female and it's like small on me, so what kind of a shrimpy guy is going to wear this vest? It's got pockets. And the thing is, like, even though it's vintage, look at the pockets are totally smooth, like as if it was new. You know, it's like whoever owned this. Yeah, the buttons are, yeah, they're metal, I think. Let me put it in my mouth. Wait, what's that? Yeah, it's metal. It's a vest for a woman. And I would say it's 1970s. It's got that. Wait, let me look at the label. Oh. I think it says matte. I don't know. The writing here looks like this could be 1980s. The style of writing. It would be kind of weird for 80s, but it's possible. Like that was also the era of Laura Ashley with all the little flowers and stuff. And what does it say? Like they actually left a note with it. It says boiled wool vest with one extra button and 5 buttons for the other side of the vest. What? 5 black buttons to sew on the inside of the vest to solidify and hold the... What? Who's going to do that? I've never heard of such a thing. Oh, hell no. I'm not putting buttons in there. That's crazy. It's going to ruin it. It said, like, to put these black buttons on the inside. Ah, hell nah. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to ruin it. So, it does say what it's made with. Oh, yeah, there's a tag here. This is not modern, and I don't even think it's 80s. It's made in Hong Kong. You guys, that's 1970s. It has to be. Dry clean only. Okay. 100% pure wool, dry clean, made in Hong Kong. So that started at the end of the 60s. Actually, no, I think made in Hong Kong was also in the 80s. Made in Canada was 50s and 60s, and then it was made in Japan. That started in the 60s, like at the end of the 60s. And yeah. So is it 70s or 80s? I'm not sure. I guess it could be 80s. The writing up here, the style of the writing makes me think it looks definitely 80s. Like I'd say like not around 1982, like early 80s. Yeah. Well, I gotta take good care of it. I have a couple more sweaters that I'm gonna go ahead and show you while we're at it. Oh, I've got like 3 in here. You guys, I'm collecting sweaters for later. Okay, this one's really cool. It's from Urban Outfitters. Well, how's this go? What do you think? Try on haul. This is really cute, right? It's got a little keyhole thing. And it's like a shawl with fringe, and it's just like new. It's like perfect. Birkin bags? What's a Birkin bag? What? I don't know what a Birkin bag is. Cheryl says, I just found out there was such a thing as a Birkin bags. Okay, will you tell me what a Birkin is? Or I'll look it up. I hope I don't forget. Okay, I'll write it down. Birkin. All right. Oh, it's Hermes. Well, that's like impossible to find. They don't have that in the thrift store. If Hermes comes in, they'll keep it for themselves. It's never gonna make it on the floor. Yeah. So what do you think? Well, I don't know. Is it hippie? I think you could pass it as coastal cowgirl as well. You know, because it's a bit Western, right? This kind of thing. This is very 70s. Like the 70s was like the era of this kind of stuff. You know, I mean, I wouldn't wear it because I would ruin it like immediately. Like I would destroy this thing. Okay, I'm gonna have to look out the Hermes Birkin bag. No, I never heard of a Birkin bag. I don't know what it was. But anyway, I've got this great little shawl. It's so cute. If I wore this, I would get food on it. I would like snag it on things. I don't want to wear it. I want to give it. I want to sell it to like a nice girl who has a different lifestyle who can wear pretty things. It is very pretty. I really love it. It was worth it. So I'm gonna put that up, and I think this is good for like September, you know, where it's not that cold, but you just need something you want to put around you, and I think it's pretty cottagecore and stuff like that. So that's cool. It reminds me of like the house in Vermont, the kind of shawls that we'd have on the couches. So I love it. And then I got this. This one is really cool. It's not worth that much, but I never buy Zara. Birkin bag. No, it doesn't have a hood. It just has a collar. So this is really cute. It's it's so soft. If you were here, you would pet it. It's like, it feels like a bunny. It's so soft. Oh my god, it's like a marshmallow fluff. And it's like this super cool bright blue. So yeah, it's like a Zara cardigan sweater. New with tags. Better not be losing any fluff. As far as I can tell, it's absolutely perfect. Wishing me the lifestyle that I love. Yeah, lots of great fashion, and I don't know, what do rich people do? All I do is work, eh? All I do, that's all I do. I'm always working. Or cleaning, which is also work, you know, in a different way. But I like, I mean, at least I like what I'm doing, so. I don't know what rich people do. Like, I think that they do activities that cost money. Like, they pay to go places, which I never do, except when I'm on vacation. Drive somewhere and see something and hang out. I don't know. What do they do? I haven't been rich in a long time. I should remember my rich childhood. Think about, what did we do when I was a rich kid? I don't know. My parents were cheap. Days out. What did we do? We would go to the cottage on the weekends. That's pretty rich. We would go skiing at this like what do you call that? Like at Smuggler's Notch in Vermont, you know? But we didn't stay there. I mean, they did a lot of stuff that they didn't take us long. Yeah, I like these bright colors, but I'm gonna sell it. Skiing, après ski. What do they do? I don't know. Go out for lunch. Resort. Yeah, go to resorts. My parents did that a lot. They used to travel like 4 times a year, and each vacation was probably $4,000. They would go to Acapulco, Mexico, a lot, or they go to Europe and go to the spa, and for like a month. In Europe, they would be there for a long time. Brunch with mimosas. I don't think they ever went to brunch. They were members of like a very exclusive athletic club, and they had like a buffet there. Like when you were a member of this club, I think that you could like just go and eat stuff. Because I remember when I was little, we used to go swim there, and then we would just go to this it was called the bicycle room, and just eat whatever we wanted. Yeah, vacations. They did a lot of that. You know what? Another thing that rich ladies do, like my mom did, was like art classes, like sculpture class, pottery class, weaving, hobbies, expensive hobbies where you buy like a huge chest of like the most expensive wool that you can find. That my mom did that kind of stuff. When she got into sculpture, like she had all the you can have like afford anything, so like all the clay and whatever you want. And also like riding, that's a very rich people thing to do. We did that too. We rode horses. One thing that they were never into, it was golf. And that's a pretty rich people thing, but my dad was never a golfer. He just went to the club. They did play tennis though. That's pretty rich. Nope, they were never members of a country club, but they were members of a very exclusive athletics club. It was like $2,000 a month membership. I had no idea at the time. Like when you grow up like that, like you don't know any different. I didn't know. I didn't know how much it cost. I had no idea. They ended up giving my mother like a complimentary lifetime membership though, because she'd been there so long. So yeah, I have to think of some rich things to do. It's so crazy because when I was a kid, like I was so miserable because I was autistic, and my mother was always mad at me. It just seemed like every day all it was like I was always in the doghouse for one thing or another. So I wasn't happy. So it didn't matter that like we lived in a beautiful place and we would go on vacations like 5-star hotels in Monaco and stuff like that. I mean, we literally did that kind of stuff. But I was miserable the whole time because my mom was always yelling at me. I was always in shit for something. And when we had to go skiing, I was super stressed because I was always making everybody wait. I had a lot of bad memories. Like it was at the point where like when we moved out of our house, I was like, great, I never want to see any of that stuff again because it was so miserable, you know. And my son is growing up like kind of poor, but I'm hoping he's having a better experience than I did. It's kind of weird. Like if I was the person that I am now with the mind that I have now, I think I would be very different. Like I would be like super appreciative of my parents and of everything we have, and I'd be helpful. But as an autistic child, I was just like so wrapped up in myself. You know? I couldn't help it, but I was always in shit. I was always in so much shit. That it was just miserable. Everybody was always screaming at me. My mother used to like put me in the cellar. I told you, like she'd be like, "Go down there and turn off the lights." So yeah, you can. Money doesn't solve everything. Vintage sweater. Another rich people sweater. What do you think? This is great for like hiking or like snowshoeing or looking like you do hiking and snowshoeing. This one's good. It's pure wool, like itchy wool. Woo! So hot. It looks good on me, I think. And it's a women's sweater. Yeah, I like this one a lot. This is for selling. Oh, so hot. I'm almost at the end of the haul. I have 2 things left, and that's it. Yeah, I was only rich for like the first 15 years of my life, and then my parents put me in an institution when I was 16. And when I came out, I was like, they never helped me. They never paid for anything except for my university tuition. They never gave me money. The one time they paid for my dental care, and I never heard the end of it, even though they got reimbursed by my school's insurance. Like I had insurance, so they got their money back, and I never heard the end of it. I heard about and we had to pay for your teeth for like the next 10 or 15 years. So I never wanted anything from them because they would always throw it in my face. It wasn't worth it. But they were super cheap. Like not with themselves, but with us. Not just me, but my sibling also. They were, if I was rich like they were, I would buy my kids stuff. Yes, well, the rich ones are cheap. Like, they can be super cheap. That's why the young people that like buy all the expensive stuff and they're flashy and those people on TikTok that buy like designer clothes for their babies, like I talked about this before, like old money versus new money. And my parents were not old money. They were just Europeans, and they were just like, they came from not money, but they were self-made. But you see people that they're buying these expensive clothes for their babies, spending a fortune, and it's like, I old money never does that. And I think my parents, even though they weren't old money, they were trying to act like more old money, and they had this mentality probably because they had lived without, like during the war. I don't know, I get different kind of culture, different mentality. But yeah, they were super cheap. Like my mother would like save the bread, like make us eat like old bread, and save all the vegetables and then make veggie patties at the end of the week. Never buy like takeout ever. A day old bread, the whole thing, right? Well, my mom was having issues because she had lived through World War II and she'd almost starved to death. So she had this thing with food, and she did always, and even when she got old and she got sick with the dementia, she would still like steal bananas from the dining room. And when my parents would go on these $4,000 like vacations and there was a buffet, my mother would like stick rolls in her purse. But it was like living through the war and like almost starving, that did that to her. She had this like weird thing about like food insecurity, but it was from trauma. That's what that was from, for sure. My dad wasn't like that though. But he was already 17 when the war started. My mom was only like 4. So yeah, she had like this like fear of, yeah. It's weird because you see kids that like they grew up like really deprived by their own parents, where the parents didn't feed them. And when they go into foster care, the foster care parents find that they keep like sneaking food and bringing it in their room, and they're like saving it up. And they'll have like all this old chocolate or bread or like things you can't even eat anymore. And they just keep hoarding food in their room. And no, she didn't hide things, but she hoarded things. Like it wasn't to the point where it was crazy, but she'd have this need that like, if she was at a buffet that she could get all you can, she always have to like stick rolls in her purse, even though, no, it's not orbs, it's just fluff. Even though she had all the money she could want to like afford to buy any food, but she would always like stick rolls or bananas in her purse and that kind of thing. And when she was at the residence, she had a kitchen and she had a fridge and she could put things in there and she could buy things, but she would like bring things from the dining room and like put rolls. But that she had dementia at that point. But before the dementia, you just knew she had this thing where there was something in her that was so traumatized by the starvation that she felt like she needed to like hoard food a bit, and she had a lot of cans. Oh, your mom was like that too, but did she live through a war or something? Or maybe they were poor when they were young. But my mom almost died of starvation and kidney disease when she was little. So it left an impression on her. Yeah. So this sweater is vintage from Germany. And you might be like, Sonia, what is so special about this sweater? Oh my God, it's so hot. Oh, it buttons all the way up. Pretty cute. And it says made in West Germany. So it's so old that it literally says made in West Germany. Isn't that amazing? So cool. And it's got these buttons that have like this glow, and it's like a lace. Well, I mean, it's made like it has like a pattern in it, like a lacy pattern, but boy, is it hot. So I grabbed that one. The depression. Yeah, see, like that's the thing. Like when they live through like that kind of food insecurity when they're young, it's like you're traumatized. I mean, look, I got traumatized just from getting hacked. And forever after, I'm always like super nervous about logging in. I won't even log into PayPal to get my own money. I'm so nervous. Like I get like shaky, you know? So imagine like almost starving to death. Yeah, look, and the sweater's got like red inside. Yeah, I think it was a good score. I think it was pretty cool. When I saw Made in West Germany, I was like, wow, amazing. The old tag. Größe 38 Dralon. Made in West Germany. No, I won't underprice it. The vintage stuff like this. No, not the vintage sweaters. So I'm doing this now so that I'm going to have some nice things for the fall and the winter, you know? And this is the last one. And this one is really interesting because this is a material that is no longer being made. And my dad used to have this kind of stuff. What did I do with it? I had one of his sweaters. I wore it in a video once. Maybe this is my dad's old sweater that found its way to the thrift store. This is a men's sweater. I think it's 1970s. Right now it looks horribly frumpy on me. But wait, let me fix it up. Oh, you like this? Okay, thanks, Jody. I'm glad you're getting something out of it. I think I should really like separate the thrift hauls from all the other stuff, but I do both, you know. So this material is called Viella. You might have heard of it. I think it's made with cotton, but it's something to do with the way it's woven or whatever. But it was like a patented material, and it just comes out like it's really thick, but it's very smooth. And yeah, they used to make a lot of Viella shirts. Oh, I broke another nail. How did that happen? So when I saw that it was Viella, I was like, oh my God, I'm taking it. Because these things are valuable and it's in really great shape. And it'll make some like hipster out there happy. I guess you're supposed to do it all the way up. You know, with these kind of buttons, I'm wondering if it's 1980s. I don't know, it's giving 80s, I think, more than 70s. Tell me what you think. With this collar, I feel like I look fat. There's something in the pockets. Men's sweaters. Oh, hi, Timberwolf. It is warm. I'm like, oh, I'm schwitzing. Oh my God, I'm gonna die from the heat from trying on all these sweaters. So hot. So that's the Viella sweater. I have 4 vintage sweaters, like really good quality, and 2 modern ones. Not a whole lot, but something. But you know what? There's something else I wanted to show you. You know, while we're at it. Since we've been here this long. These boots, though, look at that. This is, it's a lambskin. They're called Technica. They're not old. They're modern, and they're made with pony fur. They look so cool. I saw those. I bought these like, it was a couple months ago. Like when people were dumping their winter stuff at the beginning of summer, and I was like, oh my God, you're coming with me. Wait, why does it have black marks? I don't remember it having black marks before. Oh my God. Where did this come from? Maybe it did have these marks. Oh well, I'll clean it. I'm hoping that there's not something in the drawer that's making it black. $18 I paid for them. It wasn't cheap. So I guess that's it for now. I mean, I have one other pair of boots that are kind of like UGG type boots. But that's pretty much it. So there's my whole haul. I really appreciate all the tips you guys gave me. I wrote everything down. What size are the boots? Oh, I can go check. They fit me, so I think they're like an 8.5 or something. I don't know. Like, actually, it doesn't even say. I'm not sure. I'd like to wear them a couple times, maybe. Oh, you want the boots? Oh, shit. I don't even know if I was going to sell these ones. I don't know what size they are. I'd have to check. Just email me. They are going to be warm and comfy. They're incredible. But I wasn't 100% sure. I haven't, like, decided yet. Oh, what's this? Yeah, all the other ones, I was like, either I'm like, this is for selling, or this one, it's for me, which a couple ones. This one, I wasn't decided. That's why I never showed it before, and I didn't list it. Well, I'm not sure. I might sell them. I mean, they're really gorgeous. Like, I just love them so much. That's why I grabbed them, because they're stunning. Let me put, I'm going to put it on. I'll tell you if it's really, because I'm about 8.5. It's good though. It's a little roomy. It could be a 9. Why? What size are you? Yeah, I'm in Canada. What size are you? I'll tell you, if you're a 7 or less, they're too big, and if you're more than a 9, they're going to be too small. A size 5? Oh, 9.5? You know, as someone who's 8.5, they're like just slightly loose on me, so I think they might be a 9. I'm not sure about 9.5. And if you're like 9.5 to 10, they might be just a little too small. You're a size 5. You know what I do have though? I have these, and these are a small size. Did I show you guys these already? These I'm trying to list. These are not my size. They're okay, you're welcome. Well, listen, Cheryl, if I ever find some really great boots in a 9.5 or 10, I'll let you know. I mean, if I see you here, email me. These are like super expensive bootleg cowboy boots. They go for like $300 when they're new, and they're really in great shape. They're gorgeous. They're like a 5 men, so it's like a 6.5 women's. But you know what? They were exposed to smoke, so they got a smoky smell. I don't know if it was tobacco or it was like campfire though. I've tried everything to get rid of it. And I finally went on Alibaba to try to order some of that stuff that I used to have, because it's the only thing that gets rid of it. Baking soda definitely doesn't do it. I have like one pouch here, but it's too old. It's not really working. I still have some tabs. I might try to bomb it with the tabs. No, the leather smoked to treat it? No way. And it would smell like that? Really? Calf looks thin on those cowboy boots? What do you mean? No, like they're totally solid. Nothing's thin here. I don't know what you mean. Look, it's solid boot. It's not. No, maybe yours. No, it's well, like there was. There I put baking soda in them to try to get the smell out. Activated charcoal. No, there's nothing wrong with them at all. Like as far as the boot itself goes, the only problem is the smoke smell. And that's probably why nobody wanted them and I found them. Treated by smoke. How is it possible though? Who would sell boots that smell like that? But it's weird because it smelled like they'd been in a smokehouse. Like I used to smoke and my boots didn't smell like that. It really smelled like there had been a fire, or it was like from a campfire, like heavy smoke. What? They smoke their boots? What, after the boots are made, they smoke them? I don't understand. Smoke treatment for leather? No kidding. Oh. Oh yeah, but they're also 6.5, so they're a bit big for you. But yeah, they're pretty skinny. Yeah, I see what you mean. Smoke treatment. You need a smoke. Oh, interesting. But Boulay, would Boulay smoke their boots? Maybe somebody was native who got them and they gave them the smoke treatment. Because man, it's like, it was so saturated. I never smelled anything that was so saturated with smoke. Brain tanned leather? Guys, I'm really learning a lot from you. I've never heard of brain tanned leather. Let me write that down. Brain tanned leather. Interesting. What do you smoke leather for? Oh, I'm gonna have to wrap it up. I've been on here way too long. I'll put the boots away. No, I can't put them in there. Okay, it's been very interesting, and I really enjoyed showing you all my stuff. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, Cheryl. I'll give you guys my email. I'll give it to you again. If you want anything that's already in my Poshmark store, all that stuff is for sale. If you like anything, you can just email me and then we can arrange it if you want, just to let you know. So I'm not just showing you the stuff and then you can't buy it if you want it. It is going to be, I'm giving you my Gmail because I never check my Yahoo. So like I'm done with that. Okay, I'm going to go because it's super late. It's been really fun talking to you and you've given me a lot of really great tips, which I appreciate. And I wish you all the best. And I guess I'm going to upload my video about the movie Sound of Freedom, which I was nervous about. Oh, hey, Kukum, you just got here. Well, thanks, Melanie. Thanks for the prayers. Oh, Kukum's here now. I don't want to leave, but I'm going to have to. I never heard of brain tan leather. Actually, Kukum, you're native. So I have these boots, and they smelled like smoke. But not just like somebody was smoking in the house and a little bit, but like really like they saturated with smoke. And somebody mentioned that maybe there was such a thing as smoking leather. Maybe somebody had smoked the boots and that it was like a native thing. I never heard of this before. I don't know if you can tell us if have you ever heard of that? Why do they smoke the boots? I mean, just in case you know. Oh, you did deer tanning hide with natives. Oh, you did. And they smoke it. And does it smell like smoke after? God, I can imagine. Tons of work. Okay, good night, GTO. Well, anyway, if anybody knows, let me know about the smoking. You can always leave me a comment under the video. Okay, well, I guess that's going to be it for me. I'm going to hit the road and put all my stuff away. But it was really great talking to you. Nice to see you here. And I'm glad that we got to catch up. And okay, thanks. And have a good night, you guys. And I'll see you soon. Okay, bye, guys.